Karma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Holy crap, we've got so much stuff for you today. And I'm not like, it's not just like, oh, we got a big show today. No, like there is stuff rolling in as we speak. I've got Dante more information coming in just a little bit. We've got news out of the Giants, and it's big, big news. Big, big news. All right, it's news. Here it is. Let's get to it.
Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait.
This is from Adam Schefter moments ago, along with Jordan Raanan. Former Ravens head coach John Harbaugh is meeting today with the New York Giants in what is his first in-person visit to another team's training facility. Per Jordan Raanan and Adam Schefter, Harbaugh is in the building. Good morning, Bart.
What up, what up? It's crazy, right?
Because what are we eating here? It smells good.
Oh, now, so now.
No, I'll tell you if it smells bad. I'll tell you if it smells good.
Now my food doesn't smell so bad that it makes your mic stink.
No.
My chef made some jambalaya.
Oh,
Gumbo.
My chef made some
gumbo.
jambalaya.
I'm sorry, gumbo.
Gumbo. Well,
none,
that makes it more relatable.
None seafood, because I don't eat seafood.
That is the news to start today. John Harbaugh is in the building. Is this as simple as we talk about during free agency of you do not let the guy leave the building?
This is the type of guy that you can't control. He's going to leave the building. Listen, you don't become a head coach for 18 years and jump at the first thought, that comes at you. You know what I mean? He's got to hear all the facts. He's going to gather all the facts. He's going to go back. I'm sure he's going to talk to Jim. He's going to talk to his family. He's going to come to the right decision for himself. Now, the fact that it's probably the first visit, the closest destination. I mean, probably took the cellar up here and came up here. Probably, can't take Bisciotti's G5 no more. So that didn't help. That's not company business for the Ravens. But it's crazy coming off of the news of Mike Tomlin that we never even, we were off the air, so we couldn't even talk about. But it was just funny watching, Steve Bisciotti kind of respond to what happened with Harbaugh, the questions about the kicker and all that type of stuff, or allegedly, I don't know if it came out of his mouth. I saw it in print about if he can make a field goal or something crazy like that. And then Harbaugh making this his first destination, and it's Wednesday. He said next week he'll start doing things. It's the middle of the week. The Giants have to put their best foot forward. I'm sure it's important for him to talk to Mara. I don't know how healthy Mara is and how he perceives that as well.
From Ian O'Connor yesterday, it sounds like he's been very involved. He's been like he's working through everything that he's working through physically, but that he has been pretty locked in on what's going on with everything.
Yeah, but I'm sure also, because in Baltimore we dealt with Art Modell, right, and in the death of Art Modell, transitioning to Steve Bisciotti. And, we understood what that was about. It wasn't as smooth as people make it think. People think it is because, Art had some of his family members working on the staff, and that gets dicey. And, you want collaboration, right? You want fluidity. You want I can't know why I can't find the word, but You want
a smooth transition,
right? You want a smooth transition,
right.
and that gets weird whenever it's something with health and owners having to step down maybe and promote somebody else within the family. So I'm sure he wants to get all those dynamics as well, and I'm sure Shane is a big dynamic because I'm sure Shane is the one hosting him.
Yep.
And for years, he's had such a great relationship, and not even I don't know if you would call it a relationship, partnership with the general managers, because the general managers were there when he first got there. So when a new general manager came in, it was somebody that he was already familiar with, somebody that already knew the program. Went from Ozzie to Eric DeCoste. So these are all people that were in the building. So they actually helped develop and make him a head coach. With Shane around, and if things doesn't go well the next year, he may want something different. That's why it's always best to start the relationship with somebody that brings in their own guy, because they have to take ownership of that piece. And it's never like this guy's undermining me, or I can't trust this guy if things go bad. I can't trust him up there ear hustling with the owner up top and stuff like that, trying to preserve himself, right? So, like, they aren't aligned, and I don't know if Harbaugh would like that. I don't know if any coach would like that. That's something that coaches settle for when they're a young coach because they're just happy to have a job. And for them, this is the first time they are getting an opportunity to be the head guy. Harbaugh's been the head guy, and I'm sure that he wants more power, not less, than he had in Baltimore because he's already established himself as a proven commodity. So we'll see how this goes. Shane and the Giants organization is going to have to present themselves. I'm sure he reached out to Daboll to talk about his experience.
Yeah, apparently Daboll gave him a very positive review of the Giants.
Okay.
As an organization and of Dart.
Okay, well, I don't know why Daboll didn't try and stick it to the Giants on his way out. I know I would. I wouldn't be giving no glowing endorsement. You fired me and kept the guy that picked the groceries. You know what I'm saying? I would say, hey, man.
Well, if he did, I mean, listen, it's whether it's classy or whatever you want to call it, it was his choice. But point being here, I think if people think this is going to be as simple as don't let him get out of the building, it's not that simple. It's not like a free agent. It's not like that.
Yeah, you're not going to woo him with money.
No,
and we'll see. I need to figure out what's the most that they've ever given. What's the most that they've ever given a coach?
My guess would be Coughlin. What they paid Coughlin had to be the most because I think that was upward of
was it $8 million?
8 to 9, yeah.
Man, you got to damn near double that.
Yeah, you do.
He made six. He made double that in Baltimore.
It's a different time.
A small market, a team that's worth less. So
listen, I think they're fully aware of that. They're not bringing him in there thinking they're going to get him on the cheap because they're the Giants. Yeah. And if they are, don't waste everybody's time.
But on the cheap, or are we going to break a record? Is it going to be set a new president?
Well, here's the deal. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Go there right now. Watch the show. Subscribe to the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Smash the like button and get involved in the show with your comments. So with him being in the building, it's obviously a very positive development. In no way do I expect that by the end of the day, John Harbaugh has signed, sealed, and delivered for the Giants. In no way. John Harbaugh is going to let this play out.
Of course.
He is going to let this play out through the weekend, whether it's the Titans, whether it's any of the other jobs. And the bigger problem that the Giants came across yesterday is yet another marquee job came open.
Yeah, go ahead and elaborate.
Well, if you're John Harbaugh and the Pittsburgh Steelers opens up, when you talk about the ability to go somewhere else. Now, granted, it's in the division. It might not happen. He may not want to do that to Bisciotti, but he was fired.
Bisciotti laughed about that yesterday when he found out the news at his press conference.
Now, remember that Tomlin walked away and Bisciotti was fired, and Harbaugh was fired. I don't know
tomatoes.
I don't think that, but I don't think it's tomatoes in that you got to trade for Mike Tomlin right now.
Correct.
And with Harbaugh, you don't have to do anything. And Harbaugh thinks about Harbaugh. That's all he has to think about. And when it comes to being in a position where you're going to have job security for a long time, is there anywhere better in the NFL than Pittsburgh? They've had 3 coaches in 60 years. That's absurd. That's absolutely absurd for that to be the case, especially now the way things work. And they don't fire them. Chuck Noll, it was probably a little bit of its time.
Yeah.
But they didn't fire Chuck Noll.
And Coward wanted to walk away after winning the Super Bowl.
Retired, never went back to coaching again.
Because he lost his wife and all that type of stuff.
Yep, had family things to be concerned with. It was a year after he had won the Super Bowl.
Right.
And then with Tomlin, he just walked away here. And listen, for Tomlin, it's the right time for him to leave because of the situation they're in. But if I'm John Harbaugh, I can go there and I can let that play out. And I can get paid a ton of money. They've been paying. They have no problem paying. They were paying Tomlin 16, 17, 18 million a year. That wasn't a problem. But the point is, Green Bay could still open up this weekend, guys.
Yeah.
You got so many situations. Harbaugh is going to slow play this. This is not happening today. It's a positive development that he actually came to see them.
Right.
But don't expect this to get done today.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Green Bay can make that decision as they're negotiating with LaFleur. LaFleur is tied potentially to Atlanta. Atlanta is also a place that Harbaugh is tied to, so maybe that's the musical chairs. Maybe he's off. He'll probably be off to Atlanta probably after that, and then it just makes sense to go to Tennessee because you're right there.
Can you do me a favor? for a moment, because you've been in the actual situation. Explain how it is as a free agent when you walk into that building and somebody is trying to get you to stay versus a head coach who would potentially be doing this, and maybe they want to try to do the same thing, but it doesn't quite work the same.
Yeah, because as a coach, and especially as a desired coach, you know you're going to have more than one opportunity. Now, you do get concerned if you're the Giants and other organizations, you get concerned that as you're trying to flirt with your number one choice, that other good coaches that are your second or third choice are getting hired in Miami, is getting hired, in Tennessee, is getting hired in Atlanta, and and is getting hired in Cleveland or whatever, right? So
if your backup plan Stefanski gets a job, he might get the job in Miami, he might get the job somewhere else here before they make the decision.
Exactly. So that's the thing. But you have to have conviction and see if you're a legitimate choice. Now, Harbaugh will go visit 5 teams, and then I'm sure he'll call back and tell these other teams that they're out, and then he'll tell these other teams that they're in. And then that's when his agent starts the negotiation process and pits both of these teams against each other, saying he wants this. Well, you don't want to give it to me. Let's see if we can get it over here, right? Because I'm sure he's going to have 2 jobs. And the Giants always assume, and this is a fault of New York altogether, that because it's New York, it's a great job. Because you have Jackson Dart, it's a great job. Not every coach is looking for what you're looking for as far as their barometers, what determines what's the best situation for them. He's a guy that's 63 years old, so one thing you don't have to worry about, his kids are out the house. At least I believe most of his kids are out the house. So that's not a determination, because usually it's kids get a say of where they want to live or what they want to do or where you have family and support at. 2, cost of living. And 3, you may not think this means anything, but the media and how you're covered here also scares away coaches. Scares away free agents because of the amount of criticism and how loud the speaker is, how loud the volume is here. And so he has a lot to consider. So he's going to go through every process. He's going to go through every situation, and he's not going to make a quick decision like one of these other coaches that it's easy for you to get a guy that's not even a Brian Flores, because Brian Flores has been a head coach before, and he knows that his next coaching job has to be the right one because he'll never get 3 opportunities in the NFL. And also Daboll, this is smart for Daboll to hurry up and take as many as he can take so that he can try and hurry up and get a job before these other guys. And how fortunate is it for him? Yeah, he created one of these jobs, right? He created one of these jobs, but look at how many other jobs opened up where they know that they don't appeal. A place like Cleveland can't appeal to a player to a coach like Mike Tomlin or to a coach like John Harbaugh.
Not just for Daboll.
The Cardinals.
But not just for Daboll from being a head coach, but these are more coordinator jobs that are opening up, and he's going to get a big number as an offensive coordinator.
Correct. Right? Especially if you got a young quarterback. So, but, I think that's why he fits and has a chance in a place like Tennessee, because they hope that he can maybe – everybody wants to say, well, he did Josh Allen. He's going to ride that till the wheels fall off. Mm-hmm. And you're going to say, well, Cam Ward is a big athletic quarterback that just may need some discipline.
And they're going to point to Jackson Dart and say, well, he wasn't quite the same after they got rid of Daboll.
Right. He wasn't the same after Daboll, but also
and also just identifying the guys.
Cam Ward is more like a Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
A big guy that can be mobile when he wants to be, right, with a strong arm. So, if you're trying to bring along a young quarterback in that situation, so every situation is different. Kyler Murray's situation is different out there in Arizona because they're going to have to make a determination because Kyler Murray is kind of cheap for being a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback. So, that's a different situation. But it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this thing materializes. But please understand that if you're going to try and go sign Harbaugh, I think it's going to be a longer situation. We're going to have Harbaugh watch for over a week or 2.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. And that brings me to this. Even though Tomlin looks like he's not going to coach this coming year and will likely do some television,
he'll be so good.
He'll be good at that. He'll get paid a fortune this year to do that. And if he wants to coach a year from now, he will be the number one candidate on everybody's board going into the season after this year in 27.
You mean when Sean McDermott could potentially be getting fired if he don't get fired?
There's a lot of jobs that could be open.
Do we think that it's still some jobs that can be open in these playoffs?
I think it's still possible. Buffalo could be open. I still think it's and nobody is talking about this enough except for Adam Schefter. The Green Bay thing's not done.
Oh, yeah, we know that. Yeah, negotiations.
Yeah, and that is taking time. And that might be taking time because LaFleur is thinking about Atlanta. So if you're really paying attention to that job could still open up. With Pittsburgh opening up, this is a problem for the Giants. You don't need these other marquee jobs to be open while you're trying to fill your head coaching job because with each one that opens up, your job looks a little less desirable.
But the only good thing in the Giants' defense, let's just say LaFleur is fired. That's another quality, great coach that you don't mind. Oh, well, we couldn't get Harbaugh, we couldn't get Tomlin, we got LaFleur to go with.
I'd be okay with Matt LaFleur being the coach.
To go with our young quarterback.
Yeah.
So, Sean McDermott got fired. We'll take him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Especially if he's bringing Joe Brady. We'll see what happens with these coordinators in this cycle, too. Joe Brady, mentor. Because these guys, mentor.
Look at what Harbaugh did yesterday. Fired Todd Monken. Or fired the other guy.
Greg Roman.
Greg Roman, excuse me.
Greg Roman.
Who's been his only offensive coordinator in the NFL up until this point.
Yeah. I mean, San Francisco with Kirk Cousins. I mean, with Kaepernick. Yep. Yeah, so then he let his brother borrow him. They got tired of him there.
But that's telling me that's not a desirable job once you get that tackles back healthy and Justin Herbert and Hampton.
Yeah,
that's a great job for a coordinator. My concern is just that yes, some of those other candidates are going to be quality candidates. They'll be out there, but I don't necessarily want to be in a position where I'm fighting so hard for my number one guy because everybody wants him.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the position that they're going to be in. Like if you're Harbaugh right now and Green Bay opens and now the Pittsburgh's open, where do the Giants rank?
Well, that's why I think he'll take his time because he wants to have all the facts. He don't want to sign somewhere and then Green Bay comes open.
I don't think he's signing until
it's like, I got Micah Parsons and that crazy defense and all this young talent on offense. Jordan Love, he's signed for a long time.
I don't think he's signing before next week at the earliest.
Right.
At the earliest. And
then where does the Mike McCarthy of this whole thing come into play?
It hasn't. Everybody is laying low on Mike McCarthy.
And here's another thing. Byproduct. Okay, we believe in you, Aaron Glenn. Next year. But if we see the same thing that we saw this year, next year, knowing that we have 3 first-round draft picks, instead of using 2 or 3 to move up, maybe we use a second-round draft pick conditional and send it to Pittsburgh. I'm sure they'll figure, hey, if it damaged Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, it could hurt Tomlin. We ain't got to worry about him either. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the byproduct is the fact that I believe that Mike Tomlin, if he decides to do television, just put Aaron Glenn on notice too. Like, how could you not? If it's not 8 wins next year, 7 wins next year, how could you not look at Mike Tomlin being available and not convince him to be the next head coach of the New York Jets?
Well, my point about the Giants is simply this. Even after Tomlin leaves, you cannot leave this cycle, and Tomlin's not going to coach. I'm going to operate under that assumption. Cannot leave this cycle without Harbaugh or without certainly McCarthy. And if LaFleur becomes available, I'm just operating on the guys who are available now. If LaFleur becomes available, that's different. You cannot leave this cycle without these two. If you want to keep going to your backup plans and Kevin Stefanski, good luck. That's not as much of a win as this was before.
Is it not a coordinator that you would say, okay, to?
Let me ask you a question.
Shula, mentor.
Again, let me ask you a question. I look at the Giants' history. Between 1983 and 2015, so that's roughly 32 years. they had, 5 coaches? They had Parcells, the handling mess. They had
Fossil.
Reeves, Fossil, and then Coughlin, right? Since 2015, they've had 5 coaches. And all of those guys that they brought in were coordinators. Do you want to go down that road again? But should they be trying to find a young coach that's going to be the 30-year-old like Mike Tomlin was that you can keep for the next 20 years? Sure. You look for that all the time. But don't you need somebody right now that gives you some actual credibility? The credibility is the biggest word that the Giants have to focus on and the Jets have to focus on. Credibility in the league. They don't have it right now. And it's about winning, but there are also specific instances where it's about people. And again, it's all about what? It's all about being a serious person.
You are not serious people.
Your new favorite drop.
It is. But it's just because it's fitting. Like, you need people that set a tone. And if they can find the next Sean McVay, great. How often have other teams been able to find the next Sean McVay? The next this, the next that.
Well, I guess we're saying the next Callahan because it started with him.
And he got fired.
Then Kyle Shanahan.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess it's the first Kyle Shanahan because he was the first young guy that got the job. Then it was McVay. Then Kevin O'Connell. So it's kind of off the Kyle Shanahan tree.
Whatever it is, if you feel like you're equipped to find that guy, awesome. Has there been any buzz around any of the assistants necessarily being that guy?
Yeah, nobody like Mike McDonald this year. Outside of maybe.
I mean, it's a good crop.
Outside of Brian Flores, who's been a coach before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen. The thing is, man. Listen, the Mike McDaniel of it all too. If he realized that he's not going to be a head coach this year, he might want to go be a coordinator.
He's going to get paid a fortune as a coordinator.
We haven't even talked about like Matt Nagy. Like,
this is the point.
They sound like guys that are only qualified or are qualified for Cincinnati, for Cleveland, and Arizona.
As many jobs that are open. No, it's 9 now.
That's crazy.
As many jobs that are open, you're talking about less of those guys. You're talking about more of the higher profile guys.
Yeah.
And that's a problem for them because you're going to be somebody's backup plan. And speaking as someone that has been a backup plan for many, many people, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks.
Nobody's standing on the table for you.
Professionally and personally. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. So is it now even more paramount than ever that the Giants walk out of this whole situation with John Harbaugh or with Mike McCarthy or with one of these top candidates?
Why do I feel like Giants fans would be disappointed with Mike McCarthy?
They would be right now, and I think that's a mistake. But this is what I want to know. I want to hear from them right now. 800-919-3776. We are opening the lines up right now to get to the Giant fans and to hear, because John Harbaugh is in the building, if you are just joining us. John Harbaugh is in the building in New Jersey with the Giants today. And this is not necessarily a case of do not let him leave the building, because I don't think it works that way with head coaches, and I don't think it's going to work that way with somebody like John Harbaugh who's going to let himself get sweet-talked into something today.
Bark like a dog. A big dog.
Hop on one leg.
Arf, 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 arf. I see you guys are getting acquainted greatly.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York. We also have, let's call it, some educated insight from people in the know regarding Dante Moore and his decision that is very much a decision. We'll tell you about that is due today on ESPN New York.
First of all, his name's Maverick. He's our top gun.
New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
On the east side, we have problems. 57th Street is closed since around 7 o'clock this morning between 3rd and 2nd Avenues. An accident investigation with a truck and a cyclist. That's east and west, 57th Street closed. In Yonkers, a bunch of things going on. The northbound Deegan Thruway combo by exit 1, very slow coming out of the Bronx. It's an accident. 2 lanes are blocked. Also in Yonkers, we've got delays on the northbound Sawmill Parkway at Executive Boulevard with a crash. Southbound Springbrook Parkway at Yonkers at Tuckahoe Road. Accident blocking 1 lane. On the approach to the Holland Tunnel in New Jersey, the 1 and 9 covered roadway with a crash. 2 lanes are blocked. Everything else is looking all right. NJ Transit is now back on or close to schedule. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the divisional round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts mean more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in, take your shot on an upset, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Do you like Seattle at home after the bye? Maybe you like Denver at home to continue winning. Then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
It's a dime basket. Word up. I'm the lyrical dancer. Word up. Give up the Missy officer. Word up. I still love it like that. Word up. Na 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 na. Tom, you weren't even born when this came out. Yeah, right. That. Word up. Word up. Yeah. Word up. Still love it like that. Go ahead.
No.
Nah.
Waiting for you to be done. Because I knew you were going to do that.
Are you finished or are you done?
No. Listen, I forgot for the moment that when you get on the mic, I should just get out of the way. Again, let the stallion run.
Seabiscuit.
Let the stallion run. It's not my fault if he hops a fence.
Got that invisible fence? I'm running through your invisible fence. Yo, I used to tell you my dog was like, boy, when it was like when they can smell like another dog was in heat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got like I got 9 acres, right?
Right.
So I have it invisible fence.
Right.
But
of course.
Man, my dogs when they smell them dogs in heat, they just take that L. And I look at them like, I feel you, brother.
They run through it and take the buzz.
I've done it. I feel you, brother.
You've done the equivalent of it.
I've done the human equivalent of it. He smelled that stuff in the air. I'm going crazy. My dog, then when he come back, he's scared to come back because he already got what he needed. Now he's scared to come back. Like, y'all know, brother. You got to take it coming back too now. You ain't got your price. You got your reward now. Come on back. Was she worth it?
Did you ever watch 30 Rock with Tracy?
Sometimes.
Morgan?
Yeah. Sometimes.
There's an episode where so he wouldn't leave the house. He put the dog's electric collar on, and he ran through, and he went through it, and he got buzzed, and he's like, "Oh, it stopped. I promise, God, if you let me through, I'll never go to what was it? I said, promise, God, every Sunday I'll go to." And he gets through, and he realizes he's through. Pizza Hut. Every Sunday I'll go to Pizza Hut. God.
I swear, like one time, like I used to be pissed because like the police had to find my dog running down the street or something. After a while they knew it was my dog, but then like when you try and bring him back, I get mad at him, and then you got to walk him through it, and he be crunching down because he think he got it on, but I forgot I had it in my hand one time, and I walked through it ow, mother.
Chris Stapleton's All-American Roadshow coming to Northwell Health at Jones Beach Theater. It's Wednesday, August the 26th. ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets on the ESPN New York app. Just find the contest tile, submit your entry. It's brought to you by Live Nation. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Let's hit John in North Bergen to start today on the Giants on ESPN New York. John, what's going on, dude? How are you?
How you doing, big fella?
You know.
My man Bart. Thank you, guys. I appreciate taking my call. It's been a while, but yeah, look, as a diehard Giants fan, I would Harbaugh's in the building. Let's keep him in there. Let's not let him out. And there was a segment, Ty Butler, he said I would give up my left. And I would. I mean, look, If we don't get Harbaugh, Tomlin is another good spot, but it's Stefanski. But no, number one priority is Harbaugh. Yes or no?
Are you saying you'll give up your Lance Armstrong?
My left one at least.
Your left Lance Armstrong.
We only need one, right? So yeah, but yes, to keep Harbaugh, like damn, he's a handsome man. He would look beautiful in Giants blue.
Yeah, he looks like Brock Purdy's dad. You ever seen the side by side of him and Brock Purdy? But tell me this, John, have you if you don't get him, what does that say about the Giants' job?
I mean, I don't know.
Nothing good.
I don't know. That's like the organization, the front office. I don't know about that, but
listen.
as far as
Let's
a fan,
be clear about
you know,
something, John. Hang on. Let's be clear about something. Okay. In no way is Joe Schoen keeping you from getting John Harbaugh, and in no way will the Giants allow Joe Schoen to keep them from getting John Harbaugh. If Harbaugh's representation comes and says, all right, we'll come. No Shane, he's out. There's no discussion about it. And this is not, like, I've seen this move before, too. I actually wouldn't do this. But let's say you're in the building today, right?
Yeah.
And Joe Schoen is leading him around, and he's espousing all the great things about being there and about how he's going to help you and all that kind of stuff. And then at the end of the day, you can kind of tell Harbaugh's like, okay, yeah, no, I hear you. And then somebody pulls him aside, John Mara pulls him aside, or Steve Tisch pulls him aside. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
You don't want him here. He's gone. All right? Don't worry about it. Like, I personally would not see that happening because that doesn't send a good message to Harbaugh.
Yeah, like, bang.
But that's a message that will get delivered at some point of, hey,
that's going to get delivered.
That's not going to be a problem.
That's going to get delivered to his agent.
Yes. That's not going to be a problem. So we'll take care of it. But you don't want to pull Harbaugh aside and say, hey, man, listen, don't worry about that.
I tell you what,
that guy's not going to be here.
His assistant, his personal assistant, Laura is there too. So Laura was there with us with us in New York with the Jets, but she also was with us in Baltimore. She's like any head coach's like right or left hand.
Right, assistant.
Yeah. She's like, she makes sure that life for the coach is perfect. She's important. But, he can go anywhere and take Laura. Now that Dayball's going. Dayball met her up in Buffalo with Rex, and she was his head person. Like, that type of stuff matters too. The assistant or coach's assistant, Laura Young, is the truth.
D in Queens is up next, ESPN New York. D, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? This is a two-part thing. First thing, Bart brought up something. And a perfect example is Eric Glenn, and for a lesser amount, Justin Fields. He hasn't coached well, and Justin Fields hasn't played well. But the way some in the media has been on the nastier side, John Harbaugh's, like you said, 63. He might be like,
53. He's in the 60s, brother.
No, he said 63.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
He might just be like, I'm good. I might even take less. I don't need to deal with this. Some people just don't want to deal with that. And also
let me ask you a question. D, do you think that the media here is as bad as it was maybe 10 years ago or 15 years ago?
I think social media and streaming and things like that has made everything worse.
Yeah, see, I actually, what I would say is that I think that those factors they have brought up every other market to the level that New York was at. So, I think comparatively speaking, New York doesn't look nearly as bad as it was. Maybe it looked when you were playing.
Well, see, the problem is all those locals, whether you want to talk about Francesa back in the day, which had his beef with Revis, or you want to talk about, Mike K, this network. Now, because most of the people in streaming are from New York. So now you get more criticism from New York because Joe Buttons, it is what it is, where you want to talk about Cameron and May. They're all New York guys, so they're New York fans. So that's just a bigger amphitheater. Carmelo, he's from New York. So you got the traditional media, but the people that are part of the new media criticize the Jets and the Giants and the Knicks and all that stuff because they're born here, because they have access to it. So I mean, back there down in Baltimore, only person you got to deal with is Mike Preston.
Well,
and
listen,
I want to bring
I'm
up
not-
Baltimore as well.
Yeah, no, I get
Hello?
it. But
Yeah, wait,
yes.
go ahead, D. Go ahead, D. We giving you extended time. 30 seconds.
Second part of that is Steve Bisciotti brought it up, and I could point to it because you're both. You're kind of like me, Jets and Ravens.
Yeah.
Like I follow both closely. That Kansas City game 2 years ago. I think Bisciotti wanted to fire him then and was talked out of it. This time he's like, because look what's going on in Seattle. He's like, yo, this guy's been wasting Lamar's prime enough. I really think deep down he thinks that way, and the way he acted in the press conference.
No, you're right. Listen.
Solidified.
I told you I was around Harbaugh when Bisciotti when he fired Billick, and it was the same thing. Billick had 3 years left on his deal. He had just gave him a big time deal, and when Bisciotti feels like it's time, he doesn't hesitate. But what he doesn't do is micromanage when it comes to the hiring of the coach. He allows that to be the general manager. Like even now, he said it's going to be Ozzie and it's going to be Eric. And then I'll meet with these guys and I'll tell you if it's any red flags that I see just from my personal interactions with them. But he lets his people do their job. And Harbaugh has been under fire. Therefore, we hear about Mike Tomlin because, Steeler fans fired, blah, 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 fires those. Like, we've been under the same thing with Harbaugh as well. And Todd Monken has been under fire there for like the last 2 years. Remember, he's missed the playoffs a couple times, and that's really not acceptable in Baltimore either.
Look, I'm of the mindset now that it's not Baltimore, it's not some of the smaller markets, but I don't feel like it's anywhere near as much of a difference here now as it might have been 10 or 15 years ago. I think there's as much heat anywhere right now. And because of social media, because of, if you notice, by the way, I'm kind of glad this was brought up. If you notice, some of the non-traditional media that we talk about, how are a lot of those places and those people getting their clout? By taking shots at people who are in it right now, doing the exact same thing that they would complain about, but they feel like they're more equipped to do it because maybe they played or maybe they did this and that. It doesn't mean it doesn't anger people just as much.
The new media.
Yeah, then the new media, like the All the Smoke guys. That's a great podcast. But they, like I saw where I think it was Barnes was criticizing Jeff Pearlman for being too negative. Like, they've taken shots at players before that have upset players. Like, we can't talk about that when we're all doing the same damn thing.
Yep.
Like, and so to me,
they just think they're more qualified because they played.
Right, and that's okay.
Hating is hating. No, that don't mean that they're more informed as a journalist to deliver the message.
No, I understand why they think that way.
Yeah, okay.
I understand why they think that way. But what I would also say is, like, those are the kinds of things that level the playing field. I don't think New York is like, oh, God, you don't want to go there and deal with the media. Now you have to deal with it everywhere.
Yeah, but it's
closer.
But it's still here because Greeny's a Jet fan, because Stephen A. Is here, so he's a microphone that has a national show that a lot of people watch.
Little late for it. Mike Tannenbaum, next, ESPN New York.
Hey, hockey fans. Now with BetMGM, you can win a share of $10,000 in bonus bets when your anytime goal scorer nets 3. Enter BetMGM's Hat Trick Jackpot all season long for your chance to win some major bonus bets. It's easy. Just log in and opt into the promotion. Then make an anytime scorer bet on any hockey game of at least $10. If your player of choice scores 3 goals instead of just 1, you'll win your share of the $10K in bonus bets. There's nothing quite like watching a game with a hat trick, especially when it means you could win a share of $10,000 in bonus bets. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Show your team spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives, just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a Pepper thing.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Mike T with us each week at this time. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you should go there, subscribe to the channel, watch the show every day. Smash the like button. Mike is with us, and as I said, with us every Wednesday at this time. Mike, it's Chris and Bart. Let's just start right here. Your reaction upon the news yesterday, finding out that Mike Tomlin was going to step aside from the Steelers. I guess you'd be even more surprised if it was you.
Yeah, I've been called a lot worse than the former Steeler head coach. So, look, I was not really surprised. I think he looks at the world and thinks, why not do an Andy Reid, a Sean Payton, take a year and look what I can do, with the back half of my career. And I just want to tell one cool story about Mike Tomlin, because I think it paints a great picture of who he actually is. Guys, we're coming up to the Senior Bowl, and it's an important part of the process. Not the only part of the draft process, but it's important. And there's a whole bunch of coaches taking nothing away from them guys that take time off. Some go down there, kind of check the box. There's 32 active NFL coaches. There is one, and only one, each and every year that is on the field, in the drills, actually coaching the players, taking notes, standing next to area scouts, Mike Tomlin. And he is unbelievable credit to our profession about doing things the right way. And I'm not saying you can't be a great head coach by not doing that, but it just shows you his attention to detail, taking every step. And I've seen the impact he's had on undrafted free agents, late round picks in Mobile, Alabama, where he will give a small correction on a technique or a fundamental. And he's just an incredible guy who takes the word coach very seriously.
Now, we talk about how great his career is, and, him stepping down and deciding to do that, I think, was his last gift to the Steelers, knowing how valuable he is, especially when looking around and seeing the reaction that the league and the football world is making to Harbaugh, which he has to think he's, resume is apples to apples. Tomlin's been in 2 Super Bowls. But if he's going to take a year off, you know what we're going to start going in, what coaches should be coaching for their life the following year, because you know he's going to make a decision. He can have whatever job that he wants. And if you're not a new coach that somebody's just spent money on, then his job, it should be his, the world is his oyster, so to speak. And, I'm specifically saying to the pressure that maybe the shadow that he's going to put. We thought Bill Belichick would put a shadow over this cycle, but the shadow that Mike Tomlin will put over for coaches to finally live up to expectations or come up to expectations has got to be high.
Well, look, I mean, when you sign up to be a head coach in the NFL, it's always you against the market, right? And this year's name may be Kurt Signetti, right, or John Harbaugh. Next year is going to be Mike Tomlin. It's always going to be somebody, Bart, and you got to show improvement and win, once you're into the second, third year of a program. But, yeah, I mean, if the Chargers don't make the playoffs next year and Mike Tomlin wants to go to a place with a quarterback, could he go to the Chargers? Like, we're in the speculation and interesting business, and, he makes everything very speculative and very interesting.
Mike Tannenbaum is with us, ESPN NFL front office insider. Do you think that we're done with the openings? Could we still see openings, whether it's Green Bay, whether it's Buffalo if they lost this weekend? We've got 9 already. Do you think we're done?
If you asked me last week, I would have been like, absolutely. There's no way we're going to have any more. And absolutely, there's no way we're going to have any more. Like, you never know. I mean, it's really incredible, guys, right? We have more than 25% of the league turning over the head coach position. So that's a very high number. If we were talking in December, which I think we brought up once or twice, guys, I would have said 5, maybe 6. I mean, the longest tenured head coach now in the AFC North is Zach Taylor, who's going to be one of those people that Bart just referenced as, you talk about, a shadow. I mean, gosh, Mike Tomlin, who knows that division well, coaching Joe Burrow. I mean, if they lose a game in September, everyone's going to be writing about that. So it's really remarkable how many openings there are.
What's the best job out there, Mike?
Well, I think it starts with Baltimore because it's very unusual to have, a franchise quarterback, a multiple MVP, who's not even 30 in the prime of his career. That's very, very unusual. And I'd say the same thing if they, moved on from Zach Taylor. So I think if Michael Penix was healthy, I'd say Atlanta. I think they're loaded with some really good young players in Atlanta, but let's see. If he's healthy, I'd say it's Baltimore than Atlanta.
Mike, John Harbaugh is in the building. Adam Schefter and Jordan Raanan reported earlier today with the Giants. Can you treat this like a free agent where you don't let him out of the building until you have a deal?
Yeah, so the way that really works, guys, just to take you behind the curtain, is you're talking to his agent ahead of time. It's different. You're not signing a safety for on a 2-year deal, right? This is you're trying to hire a CEO. So you're going through, hours and hours of conversations and, just talking about from roster control to budgets, hiring people, coaching staffs, trainers, PR. And, let's face it, there's been a lot of people in the Giants that have been there for a long time. Can I bring it? If I'm John Harbaugh, maybe I love my PR guy. Maybe I love my trainer. And I know those sound like little things, but when Andy Reid left the Eagles, guys, the one guy he had to have was his trainer, who's still with him in Kansas.
Rex with Laura, right? And Dayball with Laura, and Harbaugh knows Laura too. So, yeah, that can be an asset within the building. But one thing that could be a deterrent, right? It just seems natural that if Harbaugh maybe didn't have as much control in Baltimore about the roster, because they're just outstanding in what they do. I'm sure he had some, but they're just outstanding as far as from their structure and management. Can Shane is Shane a deterrent for you? And I know you've been Shane, but is Shane a deterrent? Yeah. If he's a deterrent to getting hired as ownership, who has more power? Because once again, we talk about marrying a general manager with a coach that he may want to move on from as early as this year or maybe next year or the year after. Maybe they don't agree.
Yes. Yeah, and Bart, that's a fair question. I mean, and one of the ways that could be addressed is, the head coach has final say on everything in football operations, where he's, a little bit like what Belichick was, right? Head coach and GM, and had final say on absolutely everything. And Bill Belichick reported Robert Kraft, and, there was no daylight. And, John Harbaugh is of the experience and the accomplishments, just like, someone like Mike Tomlin, who could say, hey, if I'm going to come here, I need to be this, and this, and then, I'll evaluate, Joe Shane amongst many others, the trainer, the PR person, and I may or may not make changes.
Mike, great stuff. We'll talk next week. Looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you.
Mike Tannenbaum, ESPN New York, and, of course, ESPN, you catch him on the weekends. I mean, geez, Asman, lighten up, will you? Oh, my God. Asman's killing him.
Asman. I love how Mike went.
We get it.
I like how Mike went to a second-year coach in Jim Harbaugh, and not the coach here.
Well, but I mean,
I think Jim Harbaugh is pretty damn safe.
Yeah, no, I think so. I don't think Mike's like avoiding. I know what you're saying with the Aaron Glenn thing, because listen, Asman's getting on him because obviously his firm recommended this, and after 1 year, there's a lot of questions to be answered about Aaron Glenn. But can you lighten up just a bit, Asman? Like, you're destroying it every turn, every Sunday. I'm here to, like, there may be fights.
I mean, we could.
Tannenbaum is such a good dude that he lets it kind of go. But what do you feel like you got? I feel like Tom has something he wants to say here.
I was just going to say, because I'm on the other side of things, like working their show on Sundays.
Oh, okay. So is it as bad? Like, I know Asman gets on him, but Mike is usually pretty even tempered.
They go back and forth. They can get pretty heated about things.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
I think
Asman's a little much, though. Like, lean into the fan. Little Beningo, we call that.
I think Asman, like, is holding him accountable for some of his draft picks that he brought in. He never let it go. You got to turn the page, man.
Yeah, he's still letting it. He's still holding on to Vernon Golston.
Yeah.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Are you ready?
Movies are a place of dreams, and this year, Song Sung Blue captures that spirit like no other. Based on a true story, the New York Times raves it is exactly the movie we need right now.
If you're there with me, I am not afraid anymore.
And now Kate Hudson is an Actor Award nominee for Best Actress in the Best Picture of the Year, Song Sung Blue. From Focus Features, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13, now playing only in theaters.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness, so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Rich Eisen here. Hiring for your small business can feel like a full-time job, but LinkedIn Jobs AI Assistant takes the heavy lifting out of it. It filters applicants based on the criteria you set and suggests 25 great fit candidates daily, so you can invite them to apply and keep things moving. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI Assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI Assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
The Jets have an opportunity today to have the best thing possible that could happen to them. And that's if Dante Moore decides to go back to school. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. That's what I said, and I'm going to explain it. So I have to preface this by saying I've talked to some people that would know around Dante Moore. And this is the feeling that I'm getting going into today. It is very much a toss-up as to whether or not he comes back or goes into the draft. And he has to make that decision by today. Now, here's the thought process behind not going into the draft from what I can gather. It is, I need to make sure that I'm in the best possible situation to succeed. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's talking about the team that he goes to or not going to the Jets. What it means is there are more than enough people who are telling him, you don't have enough starts in college yet to really be ready and be successful at the next level. And look at how many of these quarterbacks who have gone to the league have one thing in common, and they haven't played enough college football. They haven't had enough starts. They don't have enough experience. And you're 20 years old. And if you go back to Oregon, and this is not just Oregon people saying this to him from what I gather, but certainly the Oregon people want him back. But if you go back, you're going to get, let's just say you come up with $7 or $8 million. I mean, they got Phil Knight money, for Pete's sake. Mm-hmm. You might get $9, $10 million. But after what happened in the national championship game, maybe he's thinking about going back, or not the national championship, but the semifinal. Yeah. Maybe he's thinking about going back even more. Because when you finally do go pro, you want to have the best chance to be successful. And if you have another year of experience as a starter in college, that can only help. As opposed to going to, let's just say he ended up with the Jets. And this is not a knock on the Jets. But think about this. You end up with the Jets. They take you at number 2 because, frankly, it looks like a no-brainer. Nobody denies the kid's talent. And it feels like he is the second best quarterback in this entire draft. So the pressure is there for the Jets to take him. Well, you've got a kid with only 18 starts in college, and you've got a second-year offensive coordinator. And you've got a head coach that maybe if things are really not going well by the middle of next season is trying to save his job. And an offensive coordinator who's trying to save his job. So all the way around, for the Jets, it's the best thing that if he doesn't come out, so that they don't feel the pressure to take somebody who may not be ready. And then you have your built-in, we can punt on another quarterback cycle if we need to, or we can take one a little bit later on if there's somebody else that we like.
So you're telling us, as Jet fans, kick the can down the road. You're telling us, as Jet fans, as the stars aligned, the Giants beat the Dallas Cowboys, that wasn't a sign from God, that it's time for things to turn around, that finally the sun is shining on a dog's ass? You're going to tell us, oh, the best thing for the Jets is that to happen because of the situation? Maybe the best thing to happen is this young man comes out, the Jets pick him up, he's able to sit behind Jacoby Brissett for a year, learn, and whether or not Aaron Glenn is the coach the following year, the byproduct is nobody's going to offer a higher first-round draft pick for Mike Tomlin than me. So if I'm this kid, I may go from a place where, hey, Mike Tomlin, my coach, either Aaron Glenn figures it out and X-Ran shows that he can show growth with a better, more healthier Tyrod Taylor and Jacoby Brissett, with maybe a first-round draft pick or a free agent. If they go with the Isaiah Likely, remember, they got cash and draft picks. The Jets can turn their entire infrastructure around. And don't tell me that if Aaron Glenn, hopefully he surprises. But if not, the byproduct of this going down, if Aaron Glenn fails again, is I possibly can go after, because Mike Tomlin can control it, but he can't control it. I mean, the Steelers might say, hey, man, I want a first-round draft pick. Who else got multiple first-round draft picks to give up? I don't care. I give up a first and a second next year. So what? I give up a first in that draft. I give up first in 2027, and I give up a second in 2028 to make the Steelers, hey, we traded you here, brother. This is where you can go. Make it work from there. So, it's no way in hell. That'd be a horrible thing for the Jets to finally be. If that's the case, what's the use of even being there? Ain't nobody moving up to grab nobody at 2. Ain't nobody at 2 outside of a quarterback that's going to change your organization that you can't get at 3, 4, or 5. It's no Micah Parsons. And listen, Micah Parsons didn't even go high. Jamar Chase, like the people that normally turn around these franchises weren't first or second, none quarterbacks. They were like 7th, 8th, 9th. You could have got that anyway. Build all our hope up only to be let down. And I don't care what the narrative is or what the reality is. The narrative is going to be he went back because he didn't want to be a Jet, which is another hit towards your brand, which is another classic joke by people trying to say stuff and be funny. Oh, yeah, he much rather be a Duck. He going to wear green, but he going to wear Oregon green. He don't want to play for those guys. Nah. I need to get the ball rolling and get in the destination that's going to take me towards respectability.
So here's the deal. I want to answer that on a couple of fronts. Number one, the sit for a year thing here. So if you're saying you're asking Jet fans to kick the can down the road, do we not believe that if things are not going well in the middle of next year, that these same Jet fans are going to say, put the kid in, we want to see what he does, and that the owner's not going to say that?
I don't care. This is the plan. You either like it or you don't like it. I don't care.
But is Aaron Glenn going to be in that position if they start 1-7 next year?
I don't care. The kid isn't going to play. Regardless, and I'm letting him know. Regardless, if Jacoby Brissett gets hurt, we're going to hire, we're going to bring in another veteran.
Okay, what I'm saying is,
that's what we got Milton for. What's his name? Milton? Not Milton. The guy we signed late last year from the Lions that I said they should have traded for before.
Oh, Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, we got Hendon Hooker going in.
They just signed Bailey Zappi.
And Bailey Zappi going in.
Look, on that front, I don't want Jet fans to have to kick the can down the road either. But this gives you a year to get your house in order. Not for Dante Moore. Hang on. You give me that look. I know. It gives you a year to get your house in order. And what I mean is you don't have to necessarily pass on a quarterback altogether. I'm just saying at the number 2 pick with this particular guy, given what that situation is, maybe you can pass on him. Maybe I can go and later with my later first-round pick, take Trinidad Chambliss. Maybe I like one of the other guys in the second or third round and do that instead. I'm talking about this particular guy. We have seen, not just based off the game the other night, but we have seen based on history. Let's take Anthony Richardson. Let's talk about Anthony Richardson for a second.
Okay.
Anthony Richardson had a year of starting, and that's it. And he was not accurate at all.
Mm-hmm.
And his career is now closing in on being over.
And why is that?
Injury? No.
Right. Yes.
I think it's more about the fact that he wasn't ready.
We thought he was an alien. He said he was an alien, got his ass chin checked, missed valuable developmental time. Then he's stretching, and the rubber band breaks and smacks him and breaks his orbital bone.
Okay. I understand that happened, but do you think Anthony Richardson is still going to develop into a good quarterback?
He could have if he would have had these 2 years of actually playing. Now the team wouldn't have been as good.
There are a lot of guys that could have but didn't, and they all had one thing in common. They hadn't played a whole lot.
Well, the reason he hasn't played a lot is because of the injuries, too. I understand what you're saying. He didn't play a lot in college, and that's the same thing. I'll tell you who else didn't play a lot in college. Mark Sanchez didn't play a lot in college.
Right, and he came out and early had success, but then what happened eventually?
He lost his receivers.
That's why he didn't become the quarterback that we hoped he was going to become?
He lost his receivers and horrible draft picks. Instead of using the draft picks on offensive players, young offensive talented players, they kept getting defense. We literally drafted 3 defensive tackles 3 years in a row.
I mean, wasn't it
Muhammad
clear?
Wilkerson, Leonard Williams, Sheldon Rankins.
I understand.
And Quentin Coples. That's dumb sauce.
But wasn't
sorry,
it,
Mike Tannenbaum. No, not sorry, Tannenbaum.
Wasn't it clear, though, that Mark Sanchez was immature? Mark Sanchez, those first couple of years in the league, was immature.
That has zero to do with his age. I was the oldest 17-year-old dude in college.
Okay. But you were in a different situation than Sanchez was coming out. All I'm saying is
maturity isn't based on age.
It's not just the fact that he's 20 years old. He hasn't played enough. So if I'm the Jets, why do I want to try to jam the square peg into the round hole if I don't necessarily have to?
Because I don't expect and I don't want to be picking second 3 years in a row.
But I've got all those picks next year to go get who I need to get.
It don't matter. You think
I don't want him to lose again either.
Okay, you think if Arch shows the growth that Mendoza showed and he's the number one with that name, it's anything you can give me to move up ahead of me?
No, it might be Dante Moore next year. I'd rather have my house a little more in order a year from now.
And if you're 7th, you think you're going to get him for the team that feels like they need him? If that team is Cleveland, you think they're going to say, no, we'll re-sign Deshaun Watson and we'll roll with Shedeur Sanders. No. It ain't – listen, it is Joe Burrow, Drake May. It was nothing that the Giants had offered to move up.
Mm-hmm.
They say, no, thank you, because everybody knows how important that quarterback is. And if you feel like you got that one, I don't care if he's 10 years old. Listen, I'll draft him and wait till he turns 19. He's mine. And I'm not waiting because there's no guarantee. The Jets have been waiting for a quarterback since Chad Pennington to be okay. So why would I wait when a team in front of you, they don't care what you want? It's nothing like it's certain things that I own and that you own. It ain't the amount of money that somebody can offer you that you're going to give it to them.
Let me ask you this question. If you have the number 2 pick and you're the Jets, do you have to take a quarterback?
Yes.
That's the problem with this.
I'm taking this quarterback.
That's the problem with this.
No.
Because
you got to take a quarterback every year until you find one.
I get what you're saying, and I don't necessarily disagree. I don't want him to kick the can down the road either, but I don't want to jam it down his throat.
What do we think this kid can be? What do we think this kid can be?
And yes, don't you also
what's his ceiling? What's his potential? What can he be?
Me? I can't answer that.
So you have to develop.
I haven't seen him play enough to know what he can be.
Well, people think that he's more talented than Mendoza.
I think he's probably more talented than Mendoza because he's more mobile and a guy can run around.
No, it's not just running around.
Might have better arm talent.
It's about that, right? It's about his potential. Now, doesn't mean that he's going to reach his potential, but you see it's there. It's your job. And you think that any coach, any coordinator is going to think, well, this guy can be good, but I'm the wrong person to get it out of him.
No, of course they don't think that way.
So if I'm that, you damn sure ain't saying that to your boss. Yeah, I think he'll be better going back to college, and then he'll be better the next year with somebody else because I couldn't figure out a way to make him develop or help him develop without actually playing football.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think the impression is of Tanner Engstrand after 1 year there with the Jets? If you ask Aaron Glenn about him, what would he say?
My impression was that he had some good play design. He set some things up. His quarterbacks just couldn't execute.
Mm-hmm. And that's fair. He didn't have good quarterbacks.
And when Tyrod was in there, you can tell it was a totally different game plan. But then you couldn't see enough of it because Tyrod couldn't stay healthy.
Yep.
So okay. I would have wished, you know what we saw with Kyler Murray? People are like, damn, this offense is banging with Jacoby Brissett. We didn't get a chance to see that because Tyrod ass couldn't stay healthy, which has been an issue. So we could have got our answers on Engstrand. And it don't matter about the final numbers. It's like, oh, well, man, look at this play design. Tyrod missed somebody wide open. Or, man, Tyrod hit him and he dropped it. You could have made those arguments like, man, okay, we get better receivers and we get better quarterback. Man, we on point because the plays and the designs and the schematics are there. He can compete with all these guys.
So I'll follow that with a question. Think back to last week when Harbaugh got fired.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And we started talking about the Jets wanting to be taken seriously. And it's one thing if you're going to hold on to Aaron Glenn, but it's another when somebody else becomes available and you'd think about making a change then.
Correct.
If you felt like you could get that guy.
Uh-huh.
Shouldn't Aaron Glenn be thinking the same way with offensive coordinator?
Damn straight.
So if that's the case, Brian Daboll's available. What if Brian Daboll was somebody, and you talk about Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
I'd be all about this if I had somebody like McDaniel, like Daboll, who had that history of developing a quarterback top to bottom. Now, Engstrand was part of the process with Jared Goff to kind of get the most out of him in Detroit, but he wasn't the coordinator. That was Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
So if you have a chance to improve at offensive coordinator, I'm not saying I don't even know if Daboll would take the job or not.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you be knocking on that door? Wouldn't you be knocking on the McDaniel door? Wouldn't you be looking at all those spots?
Bro, could you imagine a staff with Aaron Glenn? Because basically Campbell had two head coaches that left. So he had two people thought there was three head coaches, whether it was Glenn, Ben Johnson, and him. Could you imagine a staff with Aaron Glenn, McDaniel, and maybe Jonathan Gannon, or Jim Schwartz? Man, now people saying, yo, they staff cold, bro. Just like when you think about Kevin O'Connell, great offensive coordinator. Who did he pair himself with? Brian Flores. Brian Flores could have stayed in Pittsburgh, but he left, and that became when you see those teams play, you feel like you have an advantage from a schematics. You can always tell it, listen, Engstrand, this is big boy business. The good thing about coaching being a coach, it's no salary cap. You can keep your salary, bro. We're gonna have you step back, be the quarterback's coach. Because we know that if McDaniel comes here and he ball out, he'll be a coach next year.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be gone, and you'll get your job back. But we got to get this right with this kid.
And I don't disagree with any of what you just said. Do we think this is going to happen? Do we think the Jets are realistically looking at any of these coordinators and they're going to say...
Arthur Smith.
You want Arthur Smith?
I don't, but he was good in Tennessee. I'm just saying, people that is respected around the league.
My point is, if I'm the Jets, I need to make sure that I'm improving that now if that's the route I'm going to go. If I know today that kid's coming out.
Correct.
I have to make sure that he is as equipped as possible. Not just that kid making sure that he is going to be going to the best situation, but again, adding credibility. Brian Daboll as an offensive coordinator adds credibility. Mike McDaniel as an offensive coordinator adds credibility. And if you have the number 2 pick in the draft and those guys understand that they have the chance to get that guy, they're going to be excited by it. Daboll has been very good at not just developing them, but the guys he liked versus the guys that he didn't like. And so I guess my point would simply be, you have to. I don't feel like the Jets are making any substantial changes to their coaching staff other than the defensive coordinator.
Well, defensive coordinator is a whole defensive staff, but
with all that has happened here in the last week with the jobs that have opened up that we didn't necessarily expect.
So many good coaches got fired.
Exactly. There are so many good coaches out there right now.
Bro, I'm hiring Chuck Smith today. Like, he was the defensive line coach for the Ravens, like he kind of assistant pass rush specialist. He started off with Rex. We all know what he was as a great he was a great player with the Atlanta Falcons. Chuck Smith, number 90, was the highest paid defensive end. He had a pass rushing school, that business that was booming. Like, he trained Aaron Donald, all those guys, Suggs, myself. I had 9.5 sacks underneath him. I'm bringing him in to work with Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson, like, today. Like, he's the secret sauce that the Ravens and the Jets always had with pass rush. That's why we was always up there high with. So I'm hiring him. Then I'm hiring Dunbar. I'm going right to the Steelers staff right now. People don't recognize this guy. He coached with Rex. He was the defensive line coach. He's been in Pittsburgh for like the last 8 years. He went down with Nick Saban for a couple years. He is one of the best defensive line coaches in all of football. That's what you should be doing. You should be hiring people like that, so that, you know, when these jobs come up, even when you hire a defense coordinator, like, hey, we hired a defensive line coach, it's so and so. We hired a linebacker coach, it's so and so. That's what they should be doing right now. If they smart, you know, I'll be reaching out to Antonio Pierce, like, hey man, Carl Dunbar, 18 years experience. I can vouch for him. He's one of the best guys I've ever been around. He was with me with the Jets. I'm going to get him.
Do you think any of that's happening right now?
It should be. Those are the conversations that should be happening. That, yeah, we ain't looking for a head coach, man. We got 9 openings. That means it's 9 defensive coordinators out there. That means it's 9 linebacker coaches out there. That means it's 9 D-line coaches back there. That means it's 9 defensive back coaches out there. You mean tell me none of them was good?
I totally agree with you. The thing I'm saying, though, is if you're the Jets and you are going to take this kid no matter what, if he does come out, you better damn well make sure that you have the right people in place to develop him. And I don't know that Tanner Engstrand's that guy. When I know that there are other guys out there that if they don't find a chair with the coaching carousel, I got to overpay to be a coordinator. I got to bring them in here because I can't afford to screw that up. Like you said, I can't afford to screw that up. Maybe they're only with me for a year, but we get them off on the right foot.
We've seen what a difference a year makes in coordinators. Just ask the Philadelphia Eagles.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Muhammad in Long Island is up on ESPN New York. Muhammad, what's going on?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for taking my call, man. Look, yesterday, y'all dumped me before I could make the point. I agree. I was making a point that I'd rather us be in the position that we're in than rather have had another 8 and 9 season or something like that, right? Yesterday, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want us to use either of our first 2 picks on these project quarterbacks. However, so I ideally want us to get the best defensive player in the draft at 2. Then the best wide receiver left in the draft at 14. Do we pick 14 or 15? Whichever one that is. And
16.
Then Bart, I think I heard you say something last week or something like, why couldn't we take our 33 and like a 6, trade back for 32, then get one of the draft picks, then get one of the quarterbacks? I felt like what Dante Moore did this week could have helped the Jets in a way of his draft stock lowering. So now maybe we can catch him with the last pick in the first round if we could do it that way. I say Kyler Murray, you say Jacoby Brissett, one of you guys say Malik Willis, fine. But long as there's a serviceable starting quarterback that can run this offense the way we potentially see it can be as good, and have the kid sit and watch for a year or 2, get his Jordan Love on, that would be ideal situation for me with the Jets. What you think about that?
Kyler Murray is real money. Like, you can it's ways around it because I think it's going to be receivers available. How about you send a 4th-round draft pick for Brandon Ayuk? It's been a year and a half since he's been injured.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be healthy, whatever that situation is with him. And just think he lost $30 million of guaranteed money. He'll be happy just get that check back.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on
or
the
A.J. Brown.
And on the ESPN New York YouTube. You want to bring that in right now?
I don't care.
The guy has basically told you, I'm not going to be happy winning. I have to be winning and dominating.
Oh, we're going to throw the hell of the ball to you. Don't worry about it, brother. Get them hamstrings ready. You ain't got to worry about that. You're going to get that heat.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the divisional round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts mean more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in, take your shot on an upset, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Do you like Seattle at home after the bye? Maybe you like Denver at home to continue winning. Then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. 1 day, 1 meal, and 1 New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Paul Murray to the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat. Barzell for Horvat. Score! Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Winter Sale and get 30% off paints and stains January 9th through the 19th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
John Harbaugh is in the building with the Giants today. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. Game time. Brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 o'clock, Devils hosting the Kraken at the Prudential Center. Rangers host the Senators at Madison Square Garden, 7:30. Coverage begins at 7 on 1050 ESPN. 8 o'clock, Nets are in New Orleans to face the Pelicans, and at 10, the Knicks in Sacramento to play the Kings. Coverage begins 9:30 right here on 880 ESPN. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Lines are open at 800-919-3776 on Harbaugh in the building with the Giants today. Do they treat him like a free agent and don't let him out, even though that's a little bit naive? And the Jets, and if in fact they definitively have to take Dante Moore too, if he decides to come out, which is a decision that is coming today, and I'm told is very much up in the air. Let's hit audio files.
The audio file.
Tom Bauer's here. He's got audio files. Bart, get excited. Tom's here. Come on.
Let's go, Tomer.
Wow. Lack of excitement from Bart. That makes me feel really good about audio files today.
Did you just call him Tomer? Like Dahmer?
Yeah, it's not the first time I've been called that. I've been called worse. I'm used to it at this point.
Welcome.
I'm going to choose to move on.
Yes.
Speaking of the whole John Harbaugh thing, he did get let go from the Ravens at first before he obviously pursued any job that's open right now. Steve Bisciotti, the Ravens owner, he spoke about Harbaugh yesterday, and this was a very interesting question that was asked at his press conference. Would Tyler Loop's field goal, if he had made it, have saved John Harbaugh's job?
If Tyler Loop makes that field goal, is John Harbaugh still here coaching this team?
For a week.
For a week, okay.
Very cold response there.
Yeah, that was a very cold response.
Steve's a straight-up guy. Like, you don't get no BS out of Steve.
So let me ask you a question.
He's the best owner in football.
He made a lot about the fact that he got more emotional on the phone call with John than John did, and that John actually had to calm him down. Do you buy that?
Yeah, because like it's hard for him, but he's always going to do what's best for the team. So I'm sure a lot of that had to do. I'm sure he had. I told you who he had discussions with when he fired Brian Billick. Don't tell me that ain't no blood on Lamar Jackson's hands and some other guys that he went to. I guarantee you he probably went to Roquan, probably went to Kyle Hamilton, and Lamar Jackson.
For those guys, I would just say specifically, be careful, because the grass is not always greener.
That's true, but sometimes they can feel like they got held back because maybe he wouldn't move on from Todd Monken. And maybe they wanted something different or something that they didn't do. Or maybe they're like, hey, man, listen, we understand it's a beautiful story that Zach Orr was playing here, had a career-ending injury early on and jumped on the staff directly at the next year and became your coordinator. That's cute. But we were balling when we had Wink Martindale. This defense ain't been what it's supposed to be for the last 2 years. And because the young kid may have been getting out-coached.
Next.
One more from Steve Bisciotti, and this one is actually about Mike Tomlin. He was asked about the Steelers moving on from Tomlin. I thought he actually gave a pretty good answer.
Is he a candidate here?
Holy Mike, wouldn't that be awesome? Only if John takes the Pittsburgh job. Wow, wouldn't that be interesting? I don't know. That thing last week maybe disqualified him from my opening after our kicker missed a kick to let them advance. Good for Mike. I don't know. Talk to him. I love Mike. I mean, I've admired Mike for 18 years. That's really shocking. That's kind of crazy.
The fact that Mike is gone, like there's there's no way that Pittsburgh would let him go to Baltimore, I would think.
Yeah, because that would have to be a draft pick. They'd be like,
that'd have to be about 5 draft picks.
Yeah, we'll take him if you give us Lamar Jackson.
or your next 3 number 1 picks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
we'll take Kyle Hamilton and you can have him.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So, listen, as much as I love him, I really think it's going to be interesting to see where Tomlin ends up next year.
Can you root for? He'll be with ESPN.
Well, it's either I'm hoping he's at ESPN. That'd be great.
Or
if he's at Fox, if he's anywhere on TV, he's going to be very good.
I thought Sean Garrett was trying to get back into football.
Jason Garrett?
Yeah, Jason Garrett.
Yeah, maybe Sunday Night Football. Like him with Devin McCourty would be good if Garrett's gone.
Oh, that'd be like Wakanda. That's too many black people on one show, man.
Well, I don't think it is. I think that, and wherever he ends up on TV, he's going to be good at it. But I'm more talking about the coaching next year.
Yeah,
where that is.
Well, he's probably going to take a year off.
Yes. No. I mean, a year from now.
Yeah.
Wherever he's going to be a year from now. Because he's not done coaching. I don't buy that.
No, of course not.
Next.
And, of course, we've been having that discussion, and we'll continue the Mike Tomlin discussions throughout the rest of the day here on ESPN New York. But, of course...
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm a professional.
Yeah, it's all right.
I have an idea of what I'm doing here.
Okay.
Sometimes. Adam Schefter, though, we haven't talked about what's next necessarily for the Steelers so much. He had the latest on SportsCenter yesterday.
Frankly, I don't know that they know what they're doing next. We can look at the body of coaches being interviewed across the league. We can look at what the Steelers' history has been and the type of coach that they've profiled. We expect it to be tough, fiery, competitive. It's a great job. It's a job that doesn't turn over very often. But the Pittsburgh Steelers did not know that they would be looking for a head coach until a short time ago today when Mike Tomlin informed Art Rooney and then the team that he was stepping down as the head coach of the Steelers, a job that he's had for the last 19 years.
Yeah, listen, they may not know, but they've got a list.
I got one for him.
Everybody's got a list.
I got one for him. The perfect Steeler coach would be Brian Flores.
I don't disagree with that. Wouldn't have a problem with it.
And they know him personally because he was there for a year.
Yep.
And the Rooney Rule is literally made after Art Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
And when the rest of the league doesn't want to, the organizations that buck the trends of what the establishment says, it's the Raiders. As whatever you feel about
Al Davis and Mark Davis.
Whatever you feel about Al Davis, first coach to ever have an African-American head coach, first organization to ever have a woman in the general manager role with Amy Trask. So you can say whatever you want, but they do things like that.
Listen, Pittsburgh, if you remember, when Cowher left and they brought Tomlin in, it was not a foregone conclusion. Tomlin got an interview and blew them away. And that's how he got the job. He was not getting lined up to be the guy right away. He was just starting to get interviews.
Yeah, really nowhere else either. He would have got a head coaching job as coming off of a championship Super Bowl as the defensive backs coach. He wasn't even the defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. Defensive backs coach in Tampa.
Yep. And he ended up...
Oh, no, he was a coordinator for Minnesota at the time.
Yes, he was. But he ended up there, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out for him. I still would not rule out Harbaugh in Pittsburgh. Just, I couldn't you see that?
Nah.
You don't think Harbaugh would do that to the...
No, I don't think Harbaugh would care. But then if I'm Mike Tomlin, I'm like, oh, really? I'm going to the Ravens then. Y'all want to do that? I'm going to the Ravens.
Okay, and we'll take your first 3 picks.
Nope, hell no. I'm going to the Ravens, and I'm a coach. It's gonna be Wakanda forever. You know, Baltimore is one of the blackest organizations in all of football. A lot of melanin over there. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
Do you want me to...
Bart has just said something that Chris can't comment on. While humorous, Chris values his career too much.
It's a shame. I was looking forward to that Chris Carlin comment about that.
We'll have to wear all black. Black would be our standard uniforms. Black pants, black jersey, black helmets. I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, blackety black, because I'm black.
So I'm going to give Carlin a break here because it looks like he really wants to move on.
CB4.
I would like Tom to sing what you just sang.
Yeah. No,
no.
Listen, Tom. That is actually a real song. I did not make that up.
No, I know it's a real song. I'm just
it's
not going to sing it.
CB4. It's Alan Payne. I'm black, y'all. And, come on, Tom. You can say, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm blickety black. And I'm black, y'all. Because I'm blackety black. And blickety black.
Yeah,
Tom.
I've got some other karaoke songs that top that list.
I'm sure you know the words. It's just I'm black. Just say I'm black as many ways as you like to.
Hey, so another piece of the conversation that we're going to be having on the station today, of course, we just also had it like 10 minutes ago, is whether or not Dante Moore is going to declare for the NFL draft. Chris obviously saying it's been up in the air. And you may have played this yesterday from Mel Kiper Jr. on DiPietro and Rothenberg, but I do want to bring it back. Mel, if you were advising Dante Moore, what would you do?
This is why it's very difficult. I think myself, you need to go back. But if he doesn't and he comes out, then everybody's going to be sitting there. Certainly after the second pick, you get into the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th pick range. There are going to be teams screaming to move up and get this guy. So again, that's why the Jets sitting at 2 will have to figure all that out and then reconcile it and obviously meet with Dante, go through the process up until April 23rd with Dante, and to see if they want to go that route.
People I've talked to said that it is very much up in the air up to today as to whether or not he's going to go back or actually come out, even though he knows he's a top 5 pick.
See how much money Phil Knight going to come up with.
It's a great question.
Give me $15 million. I'll come back. I'll be the man. I'll win the Heisman. And we'll still get our ass kicked by Indiana.
By the way, the other thing, too, was the Raiola thing, the other quarterback who came there. They told him, look, if he comes back, he's our starter. And Raiola knew going in that was the thing.
Raiola was like, cool, is the check still going to clear, player? Do I get free Nikes for life? Yeah, I need them Jordan 3s. Exclusive edition.
Next.
Because I'm black, y'all.
I got one more for you guys here, and this one is from Jalen Hurts on the whole Kevin Patullo thing. Did he want him back? Did he not? Well, of course, after the Eagles lost to the 49ers, cry Eagles cry, Jalen Hurts had some comments.
I think I'm always growing. I'm always taking in my experiences and learning from everything that we go through. I think it's tough to single out one individual, especially in a moment like this. We all got to improve. That's how I look at everything that we go through.
And, of course, we already know what happened, but did you want Patullo back?
It's too soon to think about that. And like I said, I put my trust in Howie, Nick, and Mr. Leary.
See,
he's too perfect.
No, and that's
great media training.
A crap answer.
That's great media training.
That's a crap answer.
That is great. If you were there, Carlin, you would be behind him, and they would put the mini speaker in his ear. You would tell him word for word to say that.
No, I wouldn't. I would say you let them make the decision, but you give the guy. You don't look like you could ever have blood on your hands. And he did. Listen, I'm getting a little tired of Jalen Hurts.
Listen, this is his 5th offensive coordinator.
I know.
He's supposed to have a guy he can grow with. Tom Brady had McDaniels forever.
It's not his fault that the guy keeps getting a head coaching job.
Well, maybe he shouldn't play so good when he has a good coordinator.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. He is in the building. We explain next on ESPN New York.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, hockey fans. Now with BetMGM, you can win a share of $10,000 in bonus bets when your anytime goal scorer nets 3. Enter BetMGM's Hat Trick Jackpot all season long for your chance to win some major bonus bets. It's easy. Just log in and opt into the promotion. Then make an anytime scorer bet on any hockey game of at least $10. If your player of choice scores 3 goals instead of just 1, you'll win your share of the $10K in bonus bets. There's nothing quite like watching a game with a hat trick, especially when it means you could win a share of $10,000 in bonus bets. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Looking for the best meat and seafood at unbeatable prices? Get to Wild Fork Foods. They offer the widest selection of meats and seafoods you'll find anywhere. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. From beef and poultry to seafood, pork, and even exotic and game meats, you'll get the best value for your buck. Visit one of their 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or order online for same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, your neighborhood's meat and seafood market.
Are you ready?
Movies are a place of dreams, and this year, Song Sung Blue captures that spirit like no other. Based on a true story, the New York Times raves it is exactly the movie we need right now.
If you're there with me, I am not afraid anymore.
And now Kate Hudson is an Actor Award nominee for Best Actress in the Best Picture of the Year, Song Sung Blue. From Focus Features, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13, now playing only in theaters.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
The College Football Playoff National Championship. Let's go! The magical run by the 10th-ranked Miami Hurricanes continues.
There's no bad play, no bad call, no injury that we can't overcome.
When they faced a top-ranked and undefeated Indiana Hoosiers.
All I can say is go IU and
Number 10 Miami versus number 1 Indiana.
Coverage begins Monday night at 6:30 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Let's do it, 800-919-3776. I got to get in some of these comments that have come in on the YouTube chat. You can go to our ESPN New York YouTube page, subscribe. For Pete's sake, smash the like button. Be watching the show each and every day on YouTube, because who wouldn't want to see this as it unfolds each and every day? Let's see here. Reports are Tomlin not coaching next season. We have heard that. That's from Arturo. We have heard that quite a bit. I don't expect him to at this point. I put out the video yesterday, right after the news came down. And even if the Giants had to trade for him, I don't think that would have been the worst thing in the world, but that would have made more of a statement or more of a case to try to get the deal done with Harbaugh. And why aren't we seeing enough of McCarthy here? Why do you think we're not seeing enough of McCarthy?
I have no idea. All he did in Dallas was win 12 games every year. But the year that his quarterback got hurt, I don't get it. I call it big man bias. It's nobody over 300 pounds even been interviewed.
I totally agree. And it's not just because I am a big man and I kind of look like Mike McCarthy. But I understand this, and I'm telling you that this is somebody that presents as not as impressively as other people do, like John Harbaugh and like Mike Tomlin.
You mean skinny people?
It's not just skinny people. Like, those guys have a presence about them the way they handle themselves.
Mike McCarthy don't?
No,
I've never saw Mike McCarthy in front of a stage. I thought he presents confidence. He's a big man, intimidating.
Yeah.
He's what a head coach supposed to look like.
I don't disagree.
Mike Tomlin look like Omar Epps, man. He's like an actor.
But Mike Tomlin is up there at the mic and saying the things that he says, and that creates a presence. Harbaugh creates a presence.
Jim
Harbaugh. Nothing that you would sit there.
Jim Harbaugh. John Harbaugh don't be coming with he don't be spitting no hot wax.
It's not hot wax.
You can't name me one quote that John Harbaugh ever had that you remember.
It's not a quote thing.
Other than, who's good better than us? That's his daddy love stuff.
I don't even know what that was.
Who's got it better than us?
No, that's Jim.
Yeah, but he used it too.
Well, but John has a presence about him.
Oh, you talking about the dance he did in the locker room? That one?
Oh, my God. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the way he presents. You cannot I have dealt with this.
Tone.
You have not. Let me speak from experience as somebody that has been discriminated against as a fat man.
I, too, have been discriminated as an Afro-American.
Well, I know that.
I know what it's like to be lonely.
But you've never been discriminated against as a fat man.
That's true. That is
because you're not fat. I mean, for Pete's sake, you had a couple of love handles last week, and they're gone now all of a sudden.
You want another
Even
update?
maybe you're rabid anti-fatite.
You want an update?
No, I don't.
The abs are still sore from ab work all week.
Yeah.
But when they heal up, they'll be tighter.
I don't doubt that John Harbaugh at this point, and is viewed differently publicly, and Mike Tomlin is viewed differently publicly because of the way they physically present and because of the way they talk, as opposed to what we've seen from Mike McCarthy. And the real truth of the matter is, if we're going to put the three resumes up against one another, it's pretty much the same guy.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. Mike McCarthy should be getting more love. And he's not. And I think that's why. I think that's absolutely why.
Is Mike McCarthy going to have to come back as an offensive coordinator? That seems beneath him.
That absolutely is beneath
Super
him.
Bowl winner, 12 games, 66 or 60 over 60% of his games are dubs.
Black Metronome. Bart's ADHD has been on fire today.
Hey, I'm undiagnosed, man. If I can get some money from that, can I get a check for having that?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Taft Gardner, yeah, but Chris, you would like to get paid like Mike McCarthy. Of course I would.
Yeah, but Mike McCarthy can't get paid unless he get a new job.
Listen, I'm betting Mike McCarthy's making a lot more doing McAfee than I'm making right now.
Yeah.
Not that I'm poor, but still.
That could have been a bad move, too.
Well,
bring Bruce Arians back if his health can hold up. You know Bruce Arians used to eat lead paint chips when he was a kid?
No.
Yeah.
Like Tommy Boy?
Yeah. The lead ones when it was lead paint. That's why he a little off.
That's
I think
why
he wrote about it. He wrote about it in his book.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a trailblazer too.
In eating lead paint?
Yeah, well, he's the first guy to he always hire black assistants and the first coach to hire a female on his coaching staff.
Bruce Arians, I think he was always a good coach.
Yeah.
And
he's a no-nonsense, got a lot of swag. You know him from his days as the coordinator with the Steelers. His personality, what he did, filling in for Chuck Pagano when he got sick and becoming coach of the year, two-time coach of the year. He balled out in Arizona. Absolutely amazing work he did out there. It was his health.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Let's get David and Elizabeth up on ESPN New York. What's up, D?
Hello, boys. Yo, minus the background. I ain't do nothing. I'm just out.
Did you just flush the toilet?
No, I did not. Somebody else did.
That kind of, but you're still in there.
Yeah.
Got that echo, man.
Hey.
Make sure you wash your hands, man. It's flu and cold season, man.
Come on, baby. Always wash my hands. You know I know better. So, look, gentlemen, let's get straight into it, right?
Hope you're on the speakerphone.
Yeah, how you gonna be
earpods.
talking? Oh, okay, I was like, how you gonna be talking and your hands not free?
Nah, I'm washing my hands right
All right,
now.
but don't have no dingleberries, man. Shaking people's hands, man. That's not cool.
Tell me about it, fellas. So look, let's get into it, right? Right now is a real electrifying time in the NFL, and our organization isn't going to do anything. And it saddens me. Like, Mike Tomlin becomes available, Harbaugh's available, all the names, they're available, and we're going to stick with what we got. And Bart, again, 100%, you're always correct. It's not for example, I just want to say this real quick, right? As far as Dante Moore, he had one bad game, and now it's like, oh, if we draft him, we got to sit him. We got to do this. We got to do that.
It's not that. It's not that. It's that we would have been saying that anyway because of what we've seen from quarterbacks the last several years.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree, Chef, and you're 100% correct. But what I'm saying is like not for nothing, somebody was just like, hey, he had one bad game.
Correct.
You guys were talking him up.
He played.
Like, you guys were talking him up crazy, and now all of a sudden, not saying you, Chef, or you, Bart, they were talking him up crazy, and now, he had that bad game, and now, put him on the shelf.
Yeah, he lost. He lost to a team that average age is older than the Green Bay Packers. I mean, I think it was okay. He'll be okay.
What were you saying to Tom?
Huh?
What were you saying to Tom?
Oh, we were trying
because
to
somebody said, Bart, we can read your lips.
Oh, they were trying to get a true definition of what a dingleberry was.
Oh, was Tom not familiar?
Well, Ray Deasy, said I may have used the word wrong because dingleberries is like the tissue that kind of rolls up and can sometimes get stuck in your culo.
Mm-hmm.
But also it could be the tissue that rolls up that kind of falls down when you got cheap toilet tissue that falls down and kind of is still living on you and falling apart.
Power Hour next. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Dingleberry.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season. Get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
It's another Super Saturday on the Fine Line, and The Wiz has you covered. Saturday at 8 a.m., The Wiz talks about all 4 NFL playoff games, including Buffalo at Denver. Can Josh Allen get another road win? What about the Rams at Bears? Plus Knicks, St. John's, Rangers, all in action. It's a loaded show with free picks, and The Wiz talks about the College Football National Championship when Miami takes on #1 Indiana. The Fine Line with Joe Wiz Saturday at 8 a.m. It's the best bet in town. Be ready to win.
Show your team's spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win. So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
4? Man, my drives have been getting weaker and weaker. The same thing happened to me when I turned 40. Men over 40 lose more than just their golf game. Energy, strength, stamina, it all goes downhill. I got Nugenix Total T2 and started feeling like my old self in no time.
America's most trusted testosterone-boosting brand is back. Nugenix Total T2. Crafted with a unique new formula that combines the ultimate free and total testosterone booster with a powerful nitric oxide booster that works in just 3 hours. Feel like a new man, leaner, stronger, with more energy and drive. Get your complimentary bottle today by texting BACK to 369-369 now.
All right, let's test this out. Wow, that's on the green, man. Looks like I got my drive back.
Text BACK to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2. Text now and we'll even throw in a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
John Harbaugh is in the building. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you should be watching, you should be subscribing to the ESPN New York YouTube channel. By all means, be a part of the program at 800-919-3776 or by working in your comments over on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. So the Giants have John Harbaugh in the building today and are visiting with him as we speak. Our Jordan Ronan, along with Adam Schefter, broke that news earlier today.
Why the hell Ronan ain't on with us? Ronan, call up, dog. Pull up, man. What's going on? Are they eating lunch? Are they in the cafeteria? Are they walking through the offices? First of all, let me tell you something. I don't know if the Giants spend money, but the Ravens spend money. They always upgrading the castle. So Harbaugh's used to a certain type of environment. Now, you can't come in, listen, we all know that once you had the best, you don't want to go down with no crappy stuff. Like Steve Bisciotti is adding on to the castle again. He already put $50 million in it. He's adding on to it again. So, that old-ass facility over there, you might have to do some upgrades, dog. Just letting you know. When new coaches come in, it's not just that. It's the money they want to spend for the training facilities, making sure that his players are always healthy, making sure it's not just that. Are you willing to do all that stuff? Because he might have you say, hey, bro, we need to break ground out here. This ain't up to par over there in the Meadowlands. That castle's always been worked on. Every time I go there, something new going on over there. I was just over there November, and I was over there earlier. Man, he cutting the whole other half of the building up.
Well,
they don't call it the castle. Listen, it's made after Augusta Country Club. Top of the line, first class, everything. I guarantee you, when they did the old little report card thing, I bet you the Ravens was damn near number one.
I'd have to go and look.
Where's the Giants? Because you may cost you a little, may cost you a lot. It's going to cost you.
Well, but here's the point. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's any of that, if it's the coaching staff, it's whatever he wants.
You talking about the team that was the two teams, the Giants and the Jets, was too cheap to spend an extra $500 million to put a top on the damn dome?
Yeah.
You mean tell me that money don't matter? Like if he come in and say you need to spend about $10 million to upgrade, I need this redone. Because he'll do that. Something. He'll do that, trust me.
No, I understand that. But how will it go if it comes across that he picks somewhere else like Tennessee, that, by the way, is building a new stadium?
Arthur Blank could do it.
Yeah. Or
he on Home Depot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The point is simply you have to do whatever you have to do. You have to do everything right here.
That's a lot.
To let the guy come here and make this the place to be.
That's a lot when Mike McCarthy won't say nothing.
Well, they haven't even really
I'm just saying.
It doesn't feel like Mike McCarthy's even in the mix anymore.
You feel me, though?
Yes, no. If you're a coach, if you're John Harbaugh, when are you ever in this position? When you're in this position, get every damn thing you want. Get everything you need to be successful.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just want the people out there to know that it's not just going to come down to, we have a good roster, we got a good young quarterback.
Right.
Nah, bro.
There's a lot of stuff.
He's walking around saying, let me write that down. What about this, that?
That's what the good coaches do. They're paying attention to all the details in the building.
Because if you can't keep them healthy, what's the use of having them? And one of those conversations may be that damn turf.
Absolutely.
Like, you want me to coach and I'm losing my stars every damn year? Shepard, Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham. Like, I can go down the list. And that's just the team, home teams. I ain't talking about Nick Bosa, like all the other guys that went down because of that.
Tom just sent me the report cards. Baltimore. Let's see. Not as high as you would think. Not as high as you would think, at least from what I could see.
That's bias.
Let's see here. Ownership, they do get an A. Team travel A-, weight room B+, training staff B-, training room B-, locker room B-, C+ treatment of families. Well,
it is no way in hell. They had that locker room redone with ports and lights before that became a thing.
I don't know. Listen, man, the Cincinnati Bengals on the locker room got an A+.
Come on now. That's because they had
Cowboys only got an A.
That's you know why Cincinnati got an A+ probably. One, because the people there were so used to being in that horrible ass facility that an upgrade seemed like a miracle.
That's fair.
Like, we got a USB port in our damn locker, dog. What? We sharing extension cords? Because they didn't even have an indoor practice. They didn't even have an outdoor practice facility.
The Dolphins got A's across the board in every category last year.
They just redid everything.
Yeah. Well, A's and A+. The lowest grade they got was an A. The Vikings did really well, too.
You got to tell you. Well, those are places that just had new things built.
Yeah. Anyway, point being is this.
Where's the Giants?
The Giants are, let's see here. It wasn't great.
Because I went over there. Those facilities look old.
And it's not that old.
We was outside?
Yeah.
Yeah. The brick, the decor? Yeah.
Giants. Treatment of families, a C. Ooh. Food and dining, a B. Diet, nutrition, C+. Locker room, C-. B- training room. B training staff. B- weight room. Strength coaches, A-. Team travel, B. And then ownership, Giants got a C+. Hey, look, those are all problems, okay? I don't care what it is. If this is supposed to be a really good job, they have to treat it as such. And if you don't walk out of this hiring cycle at the moment, assuming that Tomlin is not going to be, I need you here. Assuming that Tomlin is not going to be here, what are you taking a picture of?
I was trying to get the name.
The name of the journalist you saw on TV who's attractive. Your ADHD is really freaking brutal today. It is amazing.
I've been stripping myself of carbs, man. What do you expect?
Yeah, we never did the power hour. Maybe that's it.
Ah, yeah.
It's 12 o'clock.
It's Bart. The power hour. Power hour.
I don't know that we need the TVs turned on in here. I really don't.
Bro, that's how we get our news.
No, that's not how we get our news. I get it every other way on every other social media channel.
I get to see how the light
faster than TV.
I get to see how the light is shining off. Listen, that is a clean shave right there. Look how the sun and the light is just
bouncing
reflecting
off my head.
Off your
just look right at me.
Off your frontal lobe.
I got a nice haircut yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. I can tell.
But you don't have to look at the monitor to see that. You can just look at my head.
And the reflection is lightening my skin color.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to roast you for a second, Carlin. How could you get a haircut if you're bald?
Easily. It grows on the sides. It grows on the sides. Grows out all gray on the sides.
But he still get charged.
I look like a mad scientist.
He still get charged for a haircut because the head is the circumference is as big as round.
What do you pay? A giant head.
Because you should be paying half.
I mean, listen, it's like they should charge by the acre on my head, like a lawnmower. What do you think? What do you think?
They dull the razor halfway through.
Exactly.
Let me put a new razor.
Exactly. What do you think I should be paying for a haircut? I'll tell you what I paid yesterday.
Probably $30. I pay 40. I pay 40.
Okay,
so
I paid 40 yesterday too. Now I got a haircut and I got the shave taken down a little bit. $40 for that doesn't seem bad anymore. Yeah. I don't know.
40 is what I pay, so you should be paying like 30.
Well, again, they did the beard too.
I got facial hair.
Do you?
I got a goatee.
Barely.
I got to go get my other electrolysis. I'm telling you, baby. Wait till I'm going to be so fine in summertime when the skin is all chocolate mocha looking like Morris chestnut.
Your hair and your skin looks great.
No. I have to get the hairs from growing, so that's gonna come back, and then all my skin will be one color. The color of my forehead and underneath here. See, all my skin is good from here, but then I get hyperpigmentation here. But I'm getting rid of all the hairs. I'm on my 8th set. By the time I get to like 20, get a couple chemical pills. You don't better tell me nothing. I'm gonna go out and start.
Are you gonna get plastic surgery eventually?
No. This is.
I mean, it took him a chemical peels. Like we're getting. You gonna get a facelift? What are you talking about here?
Bro, first of all, I'm black. My face skin is gonna stay tight, but I got to make sure that hyperpigmentation, because black men get ingrowns. So ingrowns in our skin is so sensitive that if we get any type of, like when I played, like our skin are super sensitive. That's why whenever you saw a black player, he always had looked like he had a shadow on his forehead, because if anything rubs against our skin, it hyperpigmentates and turns black. That's why you ever seen like football players that look like they have like the Brickershaw Ferguson, like David Harris. It looked like they had a black, looked like somebody took some eye black and put it on their forehead, because as the pad of the helmet move, it rubs friction and it creates black marks. So like it took David Harris is finally gone, the Brickershaw is gone, but before we used to have a little black shadow on our forehead.
Never noticed.
Yes, hyperpigmentation. It's a black thing.
Okay.
And then, like, the ear pads, put it on the side because it's just the friction. Our skins are so sensitive that if you rub against it, something rubs against it, it automatically makes a black mark.
Okay. I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
All I know is my skin is so sensitive that it just turns from white to red.
Yeah,
that's it.
So we all go through something. See, we got the melanin to protect us for that, but we get hyperpigmentation. And you don't have to worry about ingrowns because your hair grows out straight and soft like a baby's bottom. Panda butt.
Let the stallion run. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York. The other bit of interesting news to pay attention to today is what Dante Moore decides to do. He is, of course, the quarterback up at Oregon, and there's been a lot of discussions as to whether or not the Jets would be best served taking him at number 2 or going in another direction. I think the best thing that can happen is that he does not go into the draft. The best thing that can happen for the Jets is that he does not go into the draft. See, you don't have to have the talk over the coming months of, will he or won't he play for the Jets? Because you might say that if he decides to go back, that he's doing it because he doesn't want to play for the Jets, or that might be the narrative. I don't buy that. Because NIL is involved now, because you can hand a kid $7 million legally, I don't think that there's going to be any narrative around it, when I think everybody could generally agree that he doesn't have enough starts, and that's going to be a concern moving forward going into the NFL, because we've seen a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL over recent years that have come in. They have been young guys, 20 years old, not enough starts in college, and it turns out really working against them that they don't have that experience.
But wouldn't you rather have the asset and try and develop it than to miss out on the asset and hope that another one comes around?
I would feel a lot better about it if I had a coordinator in place that I knew.
Well, tell me this.
Could develop a quarterback.
Well, tell me this. Is it easier to find the quarterback or the coordinator?
Easier to find the coordinator.
So go get the damn quarterback. Figure out how to get somebody to teach the quarterback and develop the quarterback. That's the harder part, is finding a quarterback and finding the talent.
But
being in a position to get that talent.
But in the meantime, do I want to go through a situation where he is listening and learning from one coordinator this year, and then I'm firing him next year, and then I'm turning to another guy next year?
Why are you doing that? If you go get a coordinator and he's good, he's going to stay, right? Even if you hire a new coach, I'm like, this guy's pretty damn good. He wasn't the reason we lost. We just decided to move on to a better coach. I mean, look what Liam Cohen has been to Trevor Lawrence. You know, look what he was to Baker Mayfield. Look what Kevin O'Connell was to Matthew Stafford. Like, it's important. Like, that's why I always say the problem is in this league that we don't hire the teachers. That as the teachers have graduated and moved on, that the new people are system guys. They're not football guys. It's a big difference between football guys and system guys. System guys can only perform in their system. And if you don't have the right personnel, they can't pivot. Football guys develop their system based on what they're given. That's the difference. Those guys are retiring, and the art is being diluted. Just like the players being diluted as far as his football acumen, the schematics and the tradition and the depth of knowledge of systems and multiple systems have changed, and those guys aren't there anymore.
Mitch in East Windsor is up on ESPN New York. Mitch, what's going on?
Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for taking my call.
You got it, bud. What's up?
I think it's Dante. I think he's going to go out because next year's crop of quarterbacks is going to be deep.
We said that this year. We said that this year. Nussmeier, Kolnick, all those dudes were bums. Even Arch were horrible. So that's not all the way accurate.
Can't always operate under that assumption.
Well, you take him. I think he's going to go out. And if he does go out, you take him, get him weapons. I like the coach, McDaniel. He'd be a great offensive coordinator. I think he got a rule with you in Miami. And thanks for taking my call.
Listen, he'd be a terrific offensive coordinator, but people are lining up to talk to him about head coaching jobs right now. He's in Tennessee at the moment in the Titans facility talking to them.
You want to know why they're saying that? Hey, he's better than Tua Tagovailoa, and we saw what you did with Tua. Now you got a guy that you can actually use in the run game, in the RPO game, because he can actually freaking run.
If I were Mike McDaniel, I'd absolutely want to go to Tennessee.
Tennessee is an attractive job, man, because you're in a weak division and you have an opportunity. Well, I guess we'll depend on how you feel about Houston, but C.J. Stroud ain't nobody to be scared of. But you can it's a blank canvas. You can do whatever you want within that division. Tennessee is a better job than people think because they have a quarterback for 4 years that they don't have to pay, so they can go out and spend a lot of money on good players.
They can, and they have $97 million in cap space and a cheap quarterback.
I wonder who's going to go out and trade for Brandon Ayuk or A.J. Brown.
So the teams that have the most cap space right now, the Chargers, who are going to have $104 million, even though they're paying the quarterback.
That's crazy because they ain't paying nobody else.
Right? The two tackles are still on rookie deals, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe Slater is. Slater isn't. Slater got a deal.
Right, but the crazy part is, Slater got a deal.
They're paying Derwin James. I mean,
Khalil Mack is on a year-to-year type of deal.
Right. But those two, the Raiders have $89 million. The Seahawks have $77 million.
Thanks, Sam.
Sam Darnold.
Nice
and
reasonable.
The Rams have $69 million to spend. So three of those teams were playoff teams.
And they got a first-round draft pick from Atlanta. Thank you, Atlanta.
Listen, the Titans' job, if you're the Giants, is one to be concerned about. Because if you're going to Tennessee.
How much money the Giants got?
Huh?
No, I'm just looking at how much money the Giants got.
The Giants right now have
11.
Yeah, like they have a lot of cap work to do.
What the hell are they paying for that type of productivity?
Right now they're playing Burns.
Jeez.
They're paying Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Paulson Adebo.
Andrew Thomas, Javon Holland.
Yep.
What?
Kayvon Thibodeau's making $14.7.
They'll probably cut a Karake because he's 30.
Well, the point being is this. The Giants right now have, with Pittsburgh coming open, because of the history of that organization with stability, because of the Titans' job being better than people may be giving it credit for, because of all the other jobs that are open right now, because Green Bay might even still open up. Pay attention there. That deal with Matt LaFleur has not gotten done yet. The Giants have a lot of competition for these good coaches, and you have to make sure that you get the guy like Harbaugh to be here. And whatever that takes, like going back to whatever you're talking about with the facilities and making sure everything's up to date and all of that, you have to have it all locked in to this to be as attractive as a job as can be. I'm guessing if you're Harbaugh today, do you get a chance to sit down with Jackson Dart? Like, not that Dart gets any kind of a say.
Dart's probably going with the win. He's probably not around.
Or does he get a chance at all in this process to talk to Dart?
Nah, I don't know if you get a chance unless you get hired. I don't know if you can just.
I don't know how that works.
Be calling people.
Yeah, I don't know if the Giants set that up or how any of that works. I'd certainly want to talk to him.
You really don't get much from young players.
He's going to say what he needs to say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Coach, I'd be excited, ecstatic if you come. Man, we really got a good team. We came together at the end, and even Carter started being more responsible.
Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app at 800-919-3776.
Hey, Adrian, I realize if you don't want me and Cam Scatterboo mixing it up with people in the crowd, we'll be good. We'll be good, Coach.
God. I want to talk to that kid, Scatterboo. Hey, dummy.
Hey, man, you're not Rob Gronkowski. Rob was able to do that. He was 6'5" and bigger than everybody. You're not a big man.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. The Giants have Harbaugh in the facility, and then there's the stuff with the Jets and Dante Moore, who's making his decision today. Do you feel like at this point it is a massive disappointment for the Giants if you don't end up with either McCarthy or John Harbaugh in this process? Because Stefanski's interviewing other places, and the music's going to run out when the guys are still jumping into chairs trying to figure out where they're going to go. And, like, if you're Stefanski and the Harbaugh stuff takes forever and you're the backup plan, well, if you got a team right now that's offering you the job, maybe you got to think about going right now.
Yeah, that's true. You got to think about it, man. Like, the floor, it's hard to say, man. Like, this thing will probably be there as, we got Rooney, speaking for the first time today. This thing can get mucked up. I can't believe Mike McCarthy's not involved in none of these conversations, man. That's so disappointing, man. That just lets you know marketing is very important. But if LaFleur is out there, man, that's going to change everything. Because if I'm Harbaugh, I'm going to Green Bay. That becomes the best job outside of, man, young. That's one of the youngest teams in football. You talk about being able to go on a run. Michael Parsons, your OG.
Are you going to be shocked by mid-afternoon if we find out that the Green Bay job's open? I'm not now.
I'll tell you what, brother. Every day this week has been something.
Yes, and the longer it takes, the more possible that this happens. Because that LaFleur deal has not gotten done yet. And you're right.
And it's going to close two jobs. Atlanta is going to take Harbaugh.
You think he definitively goes to Atlanta if he leaves Green Bay?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to work for Matty Ice? And Arthur Blank, to me, is considered one of the best. And this is me speaking to people that's played for Atlanta, too. So it's not just me from, like, outside perception. Arthur Blank is considered one of the best owners in football, too. And beautiful facility. And he's a well-respected. Like, when you think about the power owners, you think about Kraft, Arthur Blank, you think about Mara, you think about the guy out there in Los Angeles, Kroenke, just because he's a mega group. And then Arthur Blank.
800-919-3776. Your comments in on the YouTube page as well. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Are you ready?
Movies are a place of dreams, and this year, Song Song Blue captures that spirit like no other. Based on a true story, the New York Times raves it is exactly the movie we need right now.
If you're there with me, I am not afraid anymore.
And now Kate Hudson is an Actor Award nominee for Best Actress in the Best Picture of the Year, Song Sung Blue. From Focus Features, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13, now playing only in theaters.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the divisional round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts means more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in. Take your shot at an upset if you want to, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Now, I'm leaning towards the Seahawks right now. So you can apply your profit boost and go after an even bigger payout while the playoffs keep rolling. Visit FanDuel.com/local, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL, and grab your profit boost pack every NFL game day. 21 and over and physically present in New York, option required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y 467-369.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. All the way over Barzell, score!
New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
A little nugget on this whole Harbaugh thing coming here in 30 seconds. Boxing is back at Madison Square Garden Saturday, January 31st for the Ring 6. All right. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Again, it says on the screen, Teofimo. It says Teofimo.
Teofimo.
All right, but you said Teofimo.
That's how we say it, Teofimo. That's how we call him. Every time I see Andre Ward or Bradley or, call him like Teofimo.
I got you saying this. Jr. I got Tom saying Teofimo.
All right, go Teofimo.
No, it's listen,
Teofimo.
I trust you on this.
No, it's Teofimo.
Because you're the guy who follows boxing a lot more than I do.
No, it's Teofimo, but we call him Teofimo.
But this is Teofimo. Teofimo Lopez. He's taking on Shakur Stevenson. Power meets precision on boxing's biggest stage. Like I said, the other day you called him Shador like 3 times, so stop. ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets on the ESPN New York app. Just find the contest tile, submit your entry. It's brought to you by Madison Square Garden. This is one fight you do not want to miss. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and catch every round live on DAZN. So this is from Gary Myers today. And I disagree with this, but I'll explain why in a second. The Giants' goal, they can't let John Harbaugh out of their building today without an agreement. There is too much risk and too much at stake. I have no doubt they will try to get this wrapped up today. Like I said on Saturday, on the Saturday Huddle on 880 ESPN New York, the other day, I think Harbaugh will be the Giants coach by the end of the week, and now it seems it might happen today. Well, I have no doubt, but I have no doubt either that the Giants would want to get something wrapped up before the end of the day today, but I just don't see a scenario where John Harbaugh doesn't visit the other places.
What businessman wouldn't have his top 3 places that he would want to go and not actually physically talk to him after not being a free agent or being in the coaching cycle for 18 years?
If I'm wrong about this, I will certainly apologize and acknowledge it. I just don't see a way where he's the coach at the end of the day.
Come on.
Now, at the end of the week, next week, I don't even think by the end of the week. I think he's going to wait and see if Green Bay opens up. I would wait until every possible option opened up right now before I took the job. Every possible one.
It makes no business sense. What hurry is he in? He's the top candidate. What hurry is he in?
It's not a knock on Gary, because I know Gary is saying that the Giants have to try to get this done, and this is their goal. That's great. I just don't see it happening. Do you think that by Friday, John Harbaugh is going to be the Giants coach?
In 2 days?
Yeah.
Nah.
Neither do I. He may be next week, but I don't think he's going to be anybody's coach by the end of this week. I could be wrong about that.
It's going to take him a day to fly to his next destination to figure out how to set up his next trip.
800-919-3776. How about Frank in Newark next on ESPN New York? Frank, what's going on, bud? How are you?
Hey, good morning, guys. After being stuck for 2 hours with a flat, I'm finally back on the road again.
Oh, my God, that's the worst. Where were you? What road?
I was in East Rutherford on Union Ave.
Ugh. Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever been on the side of the highway with a flat? That sucks.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, me too.
I just get picked
on
up.
17.
Yeah, I know. You hit a buzzer, and they're there in 4 seconds. Oh, Mr. Scott, would you like a cappuccino as you get in the front seat? And we'll have that fixed for you in moments. Go ahead.
I was going to say this. Look, the way I see it with the Giants, they had a head start when it comes to selecting coaches for next year, and even coming up with some prospects. I mean, they fired Dable earlier. The process, I'm not saying the process, but, the evaluation process in your mind should have started weeks ago. So now
you didn't know that John Harbaugh was going to be available weeks ago.
They should have had Mike McCarthy done. They should have had guys already done when they had opportunities to interview people.
And here's the thing, we already lost out on drafting number 1 overall, drafting number 2 overall, controlling our destiny, and maybe revamping our locker room. There's no way. Well, there is a way. The Giants are famous for that. There shouldn't be an excuse as to why you cannot have your pick of the litter and go out there and pick a top candidate, a top head coaching candidate for next year's season. I don't see any excuse in my book for that. And if they actually pick like the second, like the second option or third option that's not Harbaugh or even McCarthy, I would say this, and Carlin, I always quote you when I say this, it would be franchise malpractice because you had your option. You have to be aggressive about it. I mean, I remember, even though it's dead in the water now, I remember a couple of years ago when the Giants hired what's his name, Joe Judge. You remember Matt Rule was out there. Carolina was visiting this man, having lunch with him, and aggressively pursuing him as a head coaching candidate. And eventually, they got the contract and deal done. Stuff doesn't happen by just relaxing and sitting on and pumping the brakes. You gotta, if you really want.
Oh, listen, Frank, I'm not saying don't put the full court press on. Of course you do. You do everything you can. I think John Harbaugh is a little different than Matt Rule. And the Matt Rule thing, by the way, didn't work out in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think what's more likely here.
Did he even win a Big Ten championship yet?
No, not yet. It's that whole scenario,
it's complicated.
Man. No, I'm not going to say that. I mean, they have money in Nebraska. It's all about who has money and who doesn't.
Buffett ain't giving no bread up? Cheap ass.
No, they have money.
Okay.
They have money. Listen, that's the only show in town out there. They come up with that money.
Them and Bud Crawford.
Pretty much. The town becomes the largest city in the state on Saturdays in the fall.
Wow.
Because 100,000 people come to the games. And not to mention the ones that just come to tailgate. Anyway, point being, on Harbaugh, I don't see him walking out of the building with a deal today. I really don't. And that's not anything against the Giants. I would want to look at everything. This is not me going in to buy a car.
You have to weigh the options. Like, hey, this is what I liked about this place. This is what I like about this place. Just the pros, just the cons. Okay, we go here. We don't have a quarterback because Michael Penix, but man, we got one of the best young. He might think he can bring Tyler Huntley out there to damn Atlanta and ball out.
You don't think Michael Penix is the guy?
Well, he's injured. He's tore his ACL for the third time.
Oh, so he's done for part of next year at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think you said they made Kirk Cousins.
They restructured his deal so they could release him.
Right.
Yeah. Here's Moose in Jamaica next, ESPN New York. Moose, what's going on?
Good afternoon, guys. What's good? How are you, Bart Carlin? How are you?
Good,
excellent.
Good. So, to comment on what you just said before the break, Carlin, about the possibilities of what coaching carousel lies where, it's 10th grade mathematics, people. It's combination math. The formula is XCN equals A and B, meaning, I'll break it down simply, right? You know that both Tomlin, of the four major coaching candidates, Tomlin, Harbaugh, Stefanski, and what's his name?
McCarthy?
McCarthy. Of those four possible top candidates coming to the Giants, you know that neither Tomlin or Harbaugh are going back to either place they were in. They're looking for new blood. So that eliminates two places. Yes, you have Tennessee. Yes, you have Atlanta. But at the same time, you have other candidates, and Matt LaFleur is not going anywhere. So of the 8 vacancies,
you don't know that for sure yet.
True. But you have to assume that they're not going to go through the retread if they just
this right here. This is why math sucks. Don't try to explain it in math. Keep it simple for idiots like me.
Yeah, he went to trigonometry, dog.
Come on now. Come on.
T minus H over M.
What?
Tomlin over Harbaugh and the dividend. Or what's the one on the bottom? The
dividend.
Yeah.
Or no, the
denominator.
The denominator is McCarthy.
Yeah.
I had to do this with my son. Man, I had to go to Chat GPT, and, get an example so I can show him how to do it because I hadn't did it in so long.
Mr. Bart,
now they got this new math.
I'm surprised you didn't just automatically have a tutor on standby within 5 seconds of a
hit
buzzer.
a button, he'll teach a kid.
Well, the tutor's there after that. I do the first one. Man, I'm not about to be doing this every day. I'm not trying to go back to school. I already got my degree.
Well, the tutor's there. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Dad will help you with this homework assignment. The tutor going to do the rest of it.
I had a boss one time. A good boss. But I had a boss one time that walked into a room and he was wearing what appeared to be some sort of a sailor's hat along with a blue sport coat jacket kind of thing.
Hey, man.
Almost borderline an ascot. Borderline an ascot.
You thought he was Mr. Howe?
It wasn't far off. And somebody said to him, "You going to hit the yacht this afternoon?" And he looked back at him and he said, "It's not really a yacht."
It was a canoe, a 25-footer fishing boat.
It's not really a yacht. That's basically what you just said. Somebody's making fun of you for the tutor. Well, tutor will be there.
He's picking up the chick. Mr. Howe. Hey, man. When you're walking with me, I say, hey, man.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, 800-919-3776. Will the Giants let Harbaugh out of the building? Michael Kay is coming up at 1 o'clock as well. With that, he has got you covered from pillar to post. We've got work to do. 800-919-3776.
Welcome to Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where excitement never stops. Unleash the fun with 2 floors of gaming action, featuring 1,000 cutting-edge video and electronic machines. Enjoy exceptional service at a prime location that places you right in the heart of Long Island's excitement. Stay and play in style with over 200 hotel rooms and treat yourself to a full range of dining options at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness, so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Call
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Rich Eisen here. LinkedIn Jobs is stepping things up with their new AI assistant so you can feel confident you're finding top talent. Get this. Employees hired through LinkedIn are 30% more likely to stick around for at least a year compared to those hired through the leading competitor. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. And promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, let's go. Steve, New Fairfield, next, ESPN New York. Steve, what's up, bud?
Hey, Paul, Chris, how are you guys?
Good, brother. How are you?
All right. People talk about Dante Moore, not a great game. He wasn't great the game before either. I mean, against Texas Tech, I think it was. So, and we don't know what he's doing anyway. So I'm a big Jet fan. Don't know what the hell they're going to do at number 2. This is my plan, and you guys shoot me down. I want you to shoot me down. Tell me. It's not a perfect plan. I trade back down out of that 2. I stockpile because we're an absolute mess, obviously. I draft 3 levels defensively. Linebacker, we're a mess. Secondary, we're weak. Try to get a defensive lineman. And then I try to maybe sign Brees for the franchise or whatever for 1 year. I get a stud receiver out of the draft picks, maybe the Ohio State kid. And then next year, this is where you're going to rip me. It's not perfect. Next year, my quarterbacks are Mariota. He's a free agent. And my backup, I try to get Trinidad Chandler. Is that terrible?
Listen, the Chambliss thing I don't hate because if he ends up in the draft this year, assuming he doesn't win his case and ends up having to go to the NFL as opposed to going back to college, I don't hate the idea of not even letting Moore go at 2, taking the best player that I can, and then maybe looking at Chambliss at 15 or in the second round. I don't hate that either. I'm not so against that. Here's the thing, though.
Chambliss won't get past a team like Pittsburgh or teams he won't get past teams in the 20s, I don't think.
You wouldn't think so.
Because people should see him the same way people saw Jackson Dart, and he can only improve his stock. He's played enough football now on a different level, but I tell people all the time, yeah, if maybe my competition wasn't as good, but neither were my teammates.
Where is the Rooney stuff? Dan Rooney spoke, or Art Rooney Jr., Art Rooney II spoke earlier.
It's on the phone screen, but I can just read you what he said if you would like.
Oh, we don't have the actual cut. Okay.
No, just on the phone screen.
No, I'll read it here. Okay. Whether the Steelers will trade Mike Tomlin. Mike indicated that he did not anticipate coaching, at least in the near future. If something like that comes up, we'll deal with it when it comes up. But right now, it doesn't appear to be on his radar.
But the thing is, yes, you're going to trade him because you're going to hire a coach. So once you hire a coach, you're going to say, well, Mike's coming back, so thank you. But he's going to be our coach. So, yes, I hate when you talk about people trying to talk around stuff. The reality is, of course, he indicated that he wanted to take a year off. But you can want to take a year off, and it could be a job that opens up that you want. What do you do?
Listen, if it opens up now, you mean? Or it opens up a year from now.
Even if it opens up now. What if Green Bay calls, hey, man, we want you to come coach Jordan Love? What's up?
Well, that's going to cost them.
So
because here's what else he had to say. Says of Tomlin stepping down, I wasn't shocked, but I wasn't expecting that conversation either. I was certainly willing to take another run at it next year with Mike. That's what I was expecting to talk about yesterday.
Mike got tired of him calling for his job. Y'all want me going? Okay, here you go. Ungrateful people.
I don't blame Mike. I'd be stunned if all of the love that Harbaugh got this offseason so far didn't play a little bit of a role in it.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, it feels like the right time anyway. Because that franchise needs to completely reset.
Tell me this. Stepping down means he still gets paid, right?
No.
His salary?
Resigning, you don't get paid, but they own your rights.
He didn't resign. He stepped down.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Is it really?
It is really the same thing. Yes.
So he willing to say, man, he's like, man, I've been making $10 million for the last
he's going to be
20 years.
But he's also going to get, let's say he gets, I don't know if he's going to go do games. He's not going to get Romo money, but he's going to get.
He's going to get $2 million to sit in the studio.
More than that, I think. I bet you'll get 7 or 8 to go sit in the studio.
To sit in the studio and talk?
He might.
Jason Garrett don't make that much.
Jason Garrett's boring compared to Mike Tomlin.
But he serves a purpose. He's a resident coach.
How about Jamie in New Jersey? Jamie, what's going on? How are you?
How you doing, guys? I just want to let you know I appreciate you. You get me through my driving around New Jersey when they want to take a highway down to one lane with potholes.
Oh, God.
Why can't they do that overnight, man? Do that stuff overnight.
I know, and I don't know why there's so many people on the road these days. Where is everybody working?
Exactly. Nobody's at work.
Where are they taking that highway down now, anyway? Down to one lane. Where are they doing that?
287, a bunch of places. They, and the guy's trying to fix a pothole. There's one dude out there and 19 trucks.
Oh, my God.
Well,
that's a disaster.
Wait, you know the labor force isn't as big as it used to be.
What's going on?
So I had a little something to jump on with the Harbaugh thing. I was saying that they should employ a little Mike T philosophy and not let that guy out of the building. They got to hold him in there till they make a deal.
Listen, I get everybody having that mindset, and I get the Giants wanting to have that mindset.
Not a player, though.
Yeah. This is one of those situations where you may want that to be the case. You may try for that to be the case, but I think it's virtually impossible for that to happen.
Professional courtesy isn't going to allow him to not respond because you never know when you're going to be back out there again. So you don't burn any bridges. So he's going to respectfully say, hey, he might call some teams, say, hey, I've kind of wired it down or whittled it down to 3 teams. Sorry, you guys didn't make it, and give them that respect because you just never know in this business what exec that you shun today may be the one that you need tomorrow.
This is true. I don't think he's going to have any shortage of people looking after him, but
no,
right.
I don't think so.
I agree with you that he's going to weigh his options, and that's
well. Here's to me how this will play out.
Because it can go bad. Listen, I keep telling y'all he's never built a culture. He inherited a culture,
but he didn't ruin it either.
Right,
and he kept it for 18 years.
Yeah, but neither did Brian Billick. But after he lost his job, he never got a job again.
That's true. That's very true.
So this next job is important for him.
Why do you think people look at Harbaugh differently than they looked at Billick?
I don't think they did. I think Billick was a little older. Or he just seemed older. He looked older.
But he struck like he wanted to coach again.
Yeah, and he just never got it.
Yeah.
Because, this league has a transition period. See, people just think that Harbaugh's young because he looks young.
He's 63.
But he looks young.
Right.
He looks because he's fit. He's like Brian Billick. He had the receding hairline. He had the little rubber turkey neck and all that type of stuff. He was tall and lanky. He just seemed older. And I bet you they probably was the same age. I bet you Brian Billick was the same age as Harbaugh or younger when he was coaching me in 2002, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I bet you he was the same freaking age. But he looks so much older, man.
Brian Billick right now is 71.
Okay.
So
Harbaugh was there 18 years. So when he got fired, basically take 20 from 71, that gives you 61, add 2 on to it, he was 63.
Again, the math, nowhere close. And
53.
This is why
He's 53. He's 53.
We don't do math.
He was 53.
Okay, good for him.
That's not right?
18 years ago,
You're asking me? I don't know math either.
Yes. I think that's right. I think it's right.
See, because what I do is I round 18 years up to 20. So I take 20 from 71. 20 from 71 is 51. But remember, I stole 3, so I got to add 3 to 51, 54.
Yeah, no, got it. I don't want to do any more math. I don't have it in me. I was an English major, dude. You know why? Hated tests. Hated them.
You just want to write. You can lie yourself out of a story.
I'll write a paper.
Write a paper and just.
I could knock out a 20-page paper in 10 hours.
Introduction page, body, conclusion. Courier New, 12.25.
Look what I do for a living. Is there anybody better at BSing?
12.5 font. Italicized, bold, Courier New.
Triple spaced. Trust me, they even back then they checked all that stuff. Kevin in Brooklyn. Quickly. Kevin, what's up, bud?
Hey, how you doing? Bart
Good.
Carlin. This is used to be Amtrak Kev, but now Brooklyn Kev because Amtrak not giving me no free rides down to the Charm City.
All right, well, screw them.
Yeah. Listen, coaching. We're going to go with Flores or McDaniel to the Ravens because either one of them can get a guy on the other side of the ball. And for the Giants, let's go with Flores, man. Let's bring this guy back home.
The problem is he's one of the teams mentioned in the lawsuit.
He's suing him.
The Giants are one of those teams.
Yeah.
I'm with you on Flores and the Ravens. That feels pretty good.
Yeah.
That feels like a good match.
Nice, young, tough guy.
If you had to bet right now, is McDaniel a head coach next year or a coordinator?
Coordinator. He comes off as really goofy, and you don't think. You know that he knows his stuff. Just don't seem like a leader of men.
If I were him, I don't want to take a job immediately after. I've always believed this, unless it's somebody like Harbaugh in this situation. I don't ever want to fire the guy or hire the guy that just got fired.
Because they don't learn their lessons.
Right. You're telling them they didn't do anything wrong.
Right. It was them, not you.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. And I know McDaniel isn't an arrogant guy like that, but I still don't trust it.
You think he's not?
Well, I mean, outwardly.
Yeah, inwardly, he thinks he knows everything.
Bart Carlin. Michael Kay is up next on ESPN New York.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market.